all here to see B-Eazy. We wanna listen to B-Eazy. Ayy, we all like B-Eazy. Nah, matter of fact, we love B-Eazy. Believe me, he really that dude. Subscribe to the channel, it's easy to do. If you care, then go ahead and share this fire content, extraordinarily rare. That's why I put that on my mama, he is that dude. And I put that on my daddy, he is that dude. So
yeah. Listen up. It's B-Eazy Dat Dude, the great. He ain't fake, he one of the real guys. Spitting fire every stream, you been late to the party, now it's time to realize. From Pittsburgh to around the world, yeah, the flow is elite. Every beat that he slide on turns into straight heat. Came up from the grind, selling box on a laptop, running up a bag, feel like he hit the jackpot. Got the luxury visions, ambition vivid, never bluff. Purses, progress, persevere when the going gets tough. B-Eazy Dat Dude, got stripes in the game. Every rhyme, every line, they gon' remember the name. From the streets to the stage, the energy don't fade. Legend in the making, yeah, history's what he's laid. Mic in his hand, heart in the flow and soul on every beat. Dropping knowledge, power, bravado, his legacy complete. Hustle amplified, lyrics electrified, that's the truth. B-Eazy Dat Dude, established with certified proof. Feel the bass, feel the vibe, let it ride through the crowd. All the words, every hook, man, he keeps making us proud. King of his lane, rising above every feud. All hail the one and only, B-Eazy Dat Dude. Yeah.
Ayo, who is that dude? Oh girl, that's just B-Eazy. Oh boy, that's just B-Eazy. Well, who is B-Eazy? Oh, you ain't know, he been a pro, for show, all about the dough. He been running up them racks and still trying to get some more. Don't care about the fame, just trying to gain and grow. He really one of them ones, his presence so pivotal. So hell yeah, he that dude, this is unequivocal.
La ciencia.
No one to blame.
Me, myself, and I still pushing forward, I'm ahead like die. Standing on my flow with my head to the sky. Pass on a bitch, young rip, drop dimes. It's been a rough road, gotta look for the signs. I'm married to this music, so I cook for my bride. Flip out like a skateboarder, look how I grind. It took a long time, but I'm right on time. I'm progressing, that's progressive, I got bars like a correction. Still chasing petty cash, that's a mantis. I want extra, I stop searching for my pops. I hold my nuts just like a checkup. I get physical, I'm copping just like Interpol. I play on words like a syllable, to me the world is fading. Hold this L just like a Laker, like a birthday, my shit caking. It get messy like an apron, I pick out just like some bacon, and I sizzle like it too. Can't forget about you, boo, it feel like we on a loop. Same shit, different day, I don't know what's really true. I get high as I leave hoops, who gon' give me what I'm owed? Man, I guess nobody knew, and I know that money talks, so what it said is probably true. It's the feeling that I get, and the shit I'll probably do to get through or get by. I get fly, cause I'm Jeff Goldblum in my mind. Tell them hoes to fall in line. If you thought I fell off, bitch, I'm back like my spine. Hot as homemade pie, that's the pro rate, ma. I'm a pro, ain't I? Sniff it out like K9s. I'm a thief, it take time to be great, I'm Bayside. I get blue like Kelly Parker, when I'm gone I left a mark. Tell them fish I'm still a shark, I got will, I will embark on this journey till it's finished. In the midst of all this friction, I got vision on my P's like no limit. Like a mouse, now we clicking, I go out for the spinach, that's business.
Cut the cord that kept us connected, blacking out the mirror where your light once reflected. All of the love from up above, we used to feel like a glove. I still think about the you that only exists in my brain. Nothing ever stays the same, guess it's just a shame. There's no one to blame.
Stop looking for somebody else to lay the blame. Without a wave of change, life stays the same. So when I pull up to your spot, I'm with a paradigm chick. Only used to have one and it's my paradigm township. Cause for celebration, I cracked a hen. I took a hiatus, but I'm back again. A bunch of blue face hundreds, I've been stacking them. Cause in the game of life, I just have to win. So when I'm in go mode, I be ballin' insane. Tried to walk away, they was calling my name. My brothers from another, we are all in the game. Don't give a fuck about clout nor all of the fame. I'm trying to inspire, empower, build and progress at a steady rate. Move heavyweight like a Bowflex. The haters make me greater, they mad, I got them so stressed. Shock my style for a while, now I can show text. Screenshots as proof and receipts. You a certified clown, been a goof in the streets. Angel made the beat, but this my demon flow. Get a lot of love from people I don't even know. And when the situation's ugly like Dudley, we do right. Fuck propaganda, let's conquer and unite. The wait's over, take over, it's commencing. My money fully grown, but yours like an infant. But that ain't no shade to you, it's just provision and protection, what you made to do. Being a man with a purpose, who you supposed to be. Living life as a loser, that's a joke to me. FN 509, stay close to me. If I pull it, I'ma spray like some potpourri. I don't wanna have to go there, so hopefully you don't try to have no beef or no smoke with me. Bro, everything I'm talking about, be backing it up. I'm back in the cuts, rapping the Dutch and Mac in the hut. She start to get aroused when I'm smacking her butt. Baby got stupid cheeks and she be clapping it up. I'ma enter through the front and hit the back of her guts. She a classy lady but be acting a slut. When we be kissing and cuddling, my bitch like to hug. Her box customized so it fit like a glove.
Turn your radios up. Turn your radios up. Y'all know what this is. Y'all know who this is. B-Eazy Dat Dude, an impromptu stream back with another one. This one will be a banger. Controversial topic, so it will be a doozy. So I do got a special guest coming through, and it looks like bro is already here. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop that link. Now this link is for Big Rig, and if John is in the building and John want to come up, but I don't got time for the trolls today. But salute to the illustrious guest that stepped off in here. And assure the title, it was confusing, it was nebulous for a reason, but I'm gonna break it down. Who really bout that life? That's just a simple question to ask. Who is really about that life, and what life are you referring to, right? Because you may be about that mechanic life. So yeah, you can say that I'm about that mechanic life, or I'm about this IT life. You know what I mean? But we're talking about that life, the street life, the hood, the urban politics, the nefarious activities. Who is really about that? You feel me? You know what I mean? And I'm not glorifying it. I'm just asking a question. Now, when we talk about nobodies with nobodies, well, there's a bunch of cats in the streets who are nobodies. Nobody's hoping, wishing, and aspiring to be somebodies. But they're nobodies with nobodies, meaning they have no bodies to their name, right? They haven't unalived anyone. And I'm not trying to glorify it, but what I'm saying is there's many people that go around and they want you to believe that they have the spirit to do that, right? And the propensity to do that, but no, you feel me? And like EBK, I think it was EBK J-Bo, if you never illed a man, nigga, calm down. You feel me? So it's a lot of cats like, you know, you don't know about that life. So just chill out, bruh. Like, it's okay to be a nerd. I promote blurs. I promote nerdiness in general, but specifically the blurs, aka the black nerds, right? So, you know, and you said starting early, I thought it would be midnight. Hey, well, salute to you, man. I appreciate the Haitian brethren that's off up in Canada, and we've got none other than Melanated Agenda, the Majestic. We got Mr. Nassau County, the East Coast finest, Roger Meadows. And we got Hardship Shrink says, Jesus Christ is coming. Nobody knows the day or hour, but the signs show the coming of the beautiful, glorious day of the Lord. It's not too late to get right. He's knocking on the heart's door. Okay, Hardship Strength, I appreciate you saying that message. I sincerely do appreciate that. But Hardship, I gotta hit you.
Oh, please.
Nigga, please.
Hope. Nigga, what?
Nigga,
Please.
nigga, please.
Salute to Hardship, though. But hold on, Big Rigger, is that really you? Is that Mr. 350?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the bro. Okay, now, now I can bring bro up. I was like,
Sheesh.
hey, for a
They
minute,
already
'cause
starting with the cold quotes, huh?
I was about to hit you.
Are you?
Yeah, they already own it though in the chat, but it's okay. Let me see if I missed anybody else. And you said best DMX line. You said all week you've been talking about the drive by and ain't do nothing but drive by. Yes, salute to DMX. He is definitely a legend. So let me go ahead and pull this banner down and do a little swap-a-roo. And Big Rig, you know what I mean? As somebody, and again, we gonna get right into this thing, bro. Because we may not be here for a long time, but it will be a strong time. I'm willing to say that most dudes ain't really about that life. So when I say that life, I'm talking about a particular life that's glamorized and glorified that some of us have experienced, endured, and personally have lived through. And just to be clear, this isn't a glorification process of things that we've done, that we've currently done. Not saying that people are proud of it. I'm not. Some things people may be proud of, some things people may not be proud of. We're speaking from experience and giving, a perspective as a objective analysis, right? Or an objective analyst that has a street background, right? Now, Big Rig, I'm gonna ask a series of questions, and then we can have some discourse back and forth, and then I'm gonna play a clip. You know what I mean? And I might have to end up trimming this clip out just because they might hit me with fair use, but it will bring the point home. So I'm going to play it anyways. But first with the statement, do you concur with this statement? Most dudes ain't about that life. Now, when I say most dudes, you can't really truly quantify it, but from my observation, what I've seen, I think that it's a fair enough hypothesis to make that statement. What do you say before we proceed?
Yeah, man. A lot of these cats, man, ain't about that life, man. Don't listen to these rappers and what they be talking about. That's all word salad, man. That's just to make a song, man. They ain't living that.
Remember they had the term studio gangster and stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Like cats
Spice One. They used to put that on Spice One so tough back in the days.
Yeah, I mean, it's you going Big Rig coming in, huh? Bro got a clear head. Hey, I respect it, right? And it's true though, right? A lot of people are now this is just the straight era of studio gangster. At least there was boundaries and people used to try to check you and be like, bro, you's a studio gangster, you really ain't about that life. Now there's anyone that can just cats get tattoos, they get a grill, they grow their hair out and get some locks. And then suddenly the nerd and the dweeb from school, he becomes the most maniest cat alive. And it's like he mugging you. I'm like, bruh, like you was the same cat that was getting stuffed in a locker. Now, I wish that didn't happen to you, but don't think that you feel me? Like, you know what I mean? You can really kind of step to somebody like me, you know what I mean? So some of those people, they get into a lot of foolish behavior to try to prove that, hey, I really am about that life, right? And it comes from a place of insecurity because they're not about that life. So they have to prove to Big Rig, man, what's up? Where you at, Big Rig? I'll pull up on you. It's like, come on, bro. If you was really about that life, you would be getting money. You would be with some pretty baddies. You feel me? You would be with, you know what I mean? You would be taking trips. You wouldn't have time to beef with some random cats online. So the fact that cats really want to just like spend a lot of time beefing and arguing with dudes, I mean, that's some kind of messy hoe shit, bruh. You know what I mean?
It's goofy as fuck, bro. It's goofy as fuck.
I mean, what do you think about anything I said?
Well, no, what you're saying is right, man. You know, most people, man, that's really out there doing their thing and really like, you know, like if shit really was to crack off, it's gonna crack. They don't be moving like that, bro. They're not gonna be out there all flamboyant, acting like they hard. They're gonna be like what you saying, man. They're gonna be out there getting their money, man, rocking around with these bitches and shit. You feel me? Living life, bro. And if you know some stupid shit, you know, come around their way, then you know it is what it is, bro. But you know, you got a lot of these cats nowadays, they just be pump faking, bro. Just it's like they kind of put out an image so like, you know, they trying to intimidate somebody or something, you know what I mean? Especially with the rappers, bro. You know what I'm saying? They'll have the whole look and everything and tattoos, like you said. They may even have the little thing on them, you know what I'm saying? And all that, right? They ain't about none of that, bro. Like, you know, you hear about these same cats that be like that, they get caught slipping, you know what I'm saying, in certain parts. And they had their shit on them, bro, and they still getting hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And even shout out 50. I can't remember. He had a bar where he was like, he essentially saying like, bro, like you got to have your stuff ready to go. There's no time for cocking. There's no time for taking it off safety, bro. And sometimes that's the danger. That's the margins that people are living with, bro. Just that time that it takes to click it off safety, bro. You already boom bada up out of here. You feel me? And of course, we got to use, you know, more creative language. You know what I mean? You know, because unfortunately these type of conversations, this conversation won't be monetized off top, bro. Like whenever I talk about some real stuff, bro, they just say out the gate, bro, like, nah, they say this ain't advertiser friendly. I told you they already like monetized me, then stripped me, then like monetized me. So they'll probably strip me again, but it's like that's not really gonna kind of dictate the content that I do, because it's like I haven't really got a check. Like I haven't got nothing from YouTube, so it's like I don't really know what it's like, bro.
Well, we'll see on the 21st, right? That's what everybody say, the 21st,
bro. You got to get like before they even pay you out, you got to get like $100 threshold. Yeah, you feel me? So I haven't even got that. So you feel me? But you know, you could always hit your boy on the Cash App. But salute to Asher Life. I haven't seen you up in here, and then also salute to Cow Dog. I ain't seen you in a minute, bro, but appreciate you. You said rappers or actors pump fake in the streets. Yeah, just like my bro Big Rick said. And shout out to Progress. Salute to the FMA out there. And then also he said MC Gustos and Big Rig. What you know about MC Gusto and CB4?
A lot, bro.
Have you seen that movie?
That's one of my favorite movies, bro.
Is that a classic or is
Man, is it?
They don't make, bro.
They don't do it. I know they do not make movies like that no more,
bro. We gotta do that, bro. Bro, pick a date. We really,
we're gonna do it on your platform, man. You over here monetize. Yeah. Let's go up over here, bro, and bring it, man, for real.
Yeah, we're gonna have to lock that in. But yeah, so and Cow Dog, and you know, we want to interact with the chat. I know Cow Dog, you know, he been around the block. You feel me? He been off the porch a few times, and in the chat, y'all let me know. Are most dudes about that life, or are they just pump faking? And if they're pump faking, they're faking to you, manipulating you. So either you're dumb and naive to not realize they're pump faking, or you're complicit with their, you know, fake persona, right? You have to adhere to it, right? Like if there was some dude going around acting like he was Debo, but you knew he was really a dork, you're not a Debo, you're a dweeb, bro. You ain't Debo, you were a dweeb, bro. I knew you was a dweeb. I'm not finna let some dweeb nerd dude just come around acting like, you feel me? What you got on my 40, homie? I got a 40 for you.
And the thing that gets
that's what I got for you.
The thing that gets scary, bro, when it comes to these type of situations, right? Is these cats be such an actor, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just talking about these street cats. They're acting this role, right? And then say something really pop off, bro. And they got the thing and everything on them, but they ain't pulling out. They act like they stuttering, you know, fluttering and
That's
stumbling.
another thing too.
And then it gets dangerous, bro, because like you got the thing on you. We over here in a situation and you ain't even, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm trying to, you know,
you're prepared, right?
Right.
And
I'm not trying to
it's dangerous for the
or
bystanders too, right?
advocate for the violence, but I'm just saying, man, that's the things that happen when, you know, you be around these people, man, that happen to act like they hella hard and they want to be around, you know, some real ones or whatnot. And then when some real things happen, bro, they fumble and drop the bag or drop the ball actually. And then, you know what I'm saying, somebody really get hurt. They're spooked, bro. They're cowards, bro. And in reality, they're cowards, bro. They see what's going on. They hear the music. They're trying to act it out. They're trying to play the role. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up getting themselves caught up in something, bro. I done had so many people I know, man, that got caught up in situations and they doing life, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, and it wasn't even for them.
Oh, you going right where I want to go with it.
Go ahead, bro.
Big Rig.
I'm just saying, man.
Bro,
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100.
Bro,
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100, bro. I'm not trying to steer nobody in the wrong, you know what I'm saying, direction in no way, bro. But I mean, it's just real deal, man.
Hold
and,
on,
you know,
respond to this, Big Rig. Fake cats in the streets is a liability.
That's a fact.
That's a bar.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, and I want you to pick it up. This the alley-oop, because if you fake, like I said, Big Rig, we've done what we've done, right? But if we got some fake cats, bro, it's been a situation where somebody has something on it, but if it's in your car, they'll try to make like it's yours. Well, it ain't my
you
car.
Gonna go there with it too, bro?
I'm saying, I'm speaking from experience, bro. But go ahead, Big Rig.
And
fake
that's
cats in the streets is a liability. Wherever you want to take
man,
that.
They're cowards, bro. And again, you just touched on that, man. And that's a main reason why, you know what I'm saying, when you catch me, man, I'm solo. But you know, most of these cats, bro, they like I said, they're trying to play the role. And the next thing you know, let's say, you know, the boys end up being behind you, whatnot. You that gangster though, right? And now all of a sudden you want to, you know, maybe throw your thing or act like you didn't know it was there, you know what I'm saying? Because you know I'm the driver, so it's gonna get pinned on me regardless if you ain't taking the
bro. They hit me with the man, I got kids and you don't, and it's like bro,
you gotta be kidding me, bro. Now if something like that happened in real life, we need a fade, bro. Like that's crazy. My God.
That's you feel me? But like I said, like you feel me? Then when you get the fade, it turns into like you're wrong. Like, why wasn't you tripping? Why didn't you sit down and do that little time? You feel me? You feel me? And mind you, the little time, you look at 4 years, 6 years or something like that. Maybe you'll get out. You feel me? But you know what I mean? And I have to do the full bid. But you see what I'm saying? Like, it's all on framing. These fake cats in the streets is a liability. They telling you to sit down and do something that they want to do, don't want to do. And then sometimes, let's just say you got kids and I got kids. Yeah, but I got 3 kids. You only got 2. So I'm supposed to sit down because you got an extra kid?
Man, I don't care if you got 0, bro. Life's full of choices, pimp. You know what I'm saying? So you knew when you walked out that door and everything, bro, anything can happen. So all that crying and shit, bro. I didn't said it before, man. I done been, you know what I'm saying? These cats was in the tank, bro, crying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Grown ass men,
cats,
bro.
Right? Yeah.
Tatted up, everything, bro. Like you see them, you walk up in there, right? And then they get that phone, right? Because you know, everybody trying to get on that phone when you first get, you know what I'm talking about? So when they get on that phone, you just start seeing them fold, bro. And I'm like, you see this, man? Like, this is crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't built for this shit, man. They are a liability, man. Shout out to Cow Dog again. That was a hard statement. That's all.
That was a bar, Cow Dog, because it truly is a liability, because you gonna get jammed up. Like, so let's say again, we're not advocating for this. We're just speaking as experienced individuals who have a street background, who's a product of it, been in it and around it, right? If we do some dirt together, they say you do the crime, you do the time. Is you know what I mean? Obviously, that's just a phrase, a colloquial term, right? But it's like, the way I was raised, it was like, bruh, you do kind of gotta hold your own nuts, bro. You do the crime, you do the time. So that means you did the crime, we did the crime, we holding our own nuts and doing this time, bro. It ain't like, oh, I'm gonna try to rat on Big Rig because it's like, I can't really do the time. It's like there's nothing really honorable about that. There's nothing hard. There's nothing masculine about that. Now, again, on the flip side, if somebody set you up right to take the fall, and you feel me, I mean, E40 said they ain't calling it snitching no more, they calling it telling the truth. You better try to get down on them before they decide to get down on you. You feel me? So before, I mean, people got to look at things in its totality, not just say, hey, I'm abiding by some particular code or something. Like, bro, you're a civilian, bro. Like, what your code and your honor is to your family. You're not a street individual, bro. So like, there's no code for you to live by. And we already know in this, when it comes to First 48, even the so-called street cats, they don't live by no code. So there's this myth that, hey, there's a bunch of crime that doesn't get solved in the black community because there's a no snitch rule. Like, no, cats be snitching, bro. Like, you see it all the time, bro. On First 48, cats is snitching, bro. You don't even gotta bring them no Chick-fil-A. They giving a stale Burger King sandwich, and
they
you know
giving
what I mean,
an Arco big bite of 7-Eleven big bite, bro, and they telling,
and
bro.
they start singing, bro. So this whole, well, we can't find out crime because nobody told, like, bro, all those cats is telling, bro. How many cats that you know right now when they faced, hey, you did this time with Big Rig, you're facing 40 years, and all you got to do is, say this, and you'll be doing 2, or you'll be doing 5, or you'll be doing none. How many cats do you know that won't rat in that situations, bro?
No,
I mean, you can
man.
pretend. You can pretend like you don't, but then even like you said, Big Rig, you saw some of the hardest, thuggish dudes who got bodies, bruh. And they were breaking down and crying like girls because, like, we're human beings, bro. We're emotional creatures. If there's some thuggish dude and he like, bro, I got 3 kids, bro. Who cares if I rat? Look at all these movies, bro. Frank Lucas, bro. Remember American Gangster? I mean, it's a depiction of Frank Lucas, bro. Frank Lewis ratted. You
Man,
feel me?
that story is like a story of glory, bro. Like everybody damn near done went through that shit in these mobs and gangsters,
bro.
and all kind of shit.
What was
like,
that dude? What was it? Was it Sammy the Bull?
Oh man, he takes the cake.
But was he not the epitome of what people were trying to be? I'm about that life.
Man, of course.
Sammy the Bull was, you want about the life more than Sammy the Bull. And guess what he did? He ratted, bro.
Off top, bro. And you know what I'm saying? And another thing, man, and I ain't even trying to, trying to act a certain way, but I mean, I just gotta keep it 100, man. Like 90% of my partners, bro, they all hit the yard, they all went to the pen. And the other 10%, bro, they just wasn't in the streets like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I it's not like, I'm trying to glamorize, but I salute, what I'm saying, my partners for that, because they would stand up about it, bro. They knew what they was getting into, man. You know what I'm saying? And they did what they had to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to doing that time and shit. So I can't be mad at them, bro. But you know how many people got partners that done been through shit, bro, and they go in and come right out, bro, and they still around these motherfuckers, bro. Like, I don't understand it. Like, the shit don't add up, bro. You know what I mean? And I just gotta just really throw that out there, man. A lot of these cats, man, they really say things, B, and they're not about it, bro. They're not, and they will get you in a situation faster than a New York Minute, bro. Like, it's just bad, bro. It's really
it's
bad.
Okay that you ain't about it. It's not okay to pretend.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, I'm advocating for you to not be about it, because this is a perfect segue to the segment that I'm about to play, right? It's okay to not be about that life, but once you pretend that you're about that life, shout out to the bro Geechee Gotti, because unfortunately he was really about that life and was doing, because sometimes cats could be about that life too much in a foolish way. You're supposed to get in, extract what you can from it, and transition to something greater, you know what I mean? And of course, something legal. If you're not doing that, anything else is uncivilized, and it's also very idiotic, because it's showing that you haven't transcended You know what I mean? Your hustle hasn't transcended the low level street stuff. You know what I mean? If you still dabbling in the streets, whatever, but you have to have a way to transcend that to make it more profitable, more lucrative, but also more secure as well. So you don't
Absolutely.
constantly have to look over your shoulder, right? Because then if you don't care, then everything is fair game. They say all is fair and love is war. And like Geechee Gotti said, hey, he said, and I'm a paraphrase, he said this in the rap battle, but he was talking about he was saying you gang bang. He was like, I don't really care if you got shot. He said that's what happened when you gang bang. You feel me? It's like, bro, I've been shot too, you feel me? So it's a lot of stuff where cats is like, man, Big Rib been glocked up. Cats like, bro, I don't care. Like, bro, you was in the street. So and so he got jumped in. Like, bro, I don't care. You in the gang. Like, now whether people should be
It's not a badge of honor,
like,
bro.
It's not. However, some people take it like that. But just because some take it like that, others look at it as a badge of disgust, right? Because there's some cats be like, oh, so-and-so, B-Eazy, my homie, Big Rig, he came home from the pen. So they see it as like, okay, that's a celebratory moment. And then others like, oh, wow, Big Rig, they let this nigga back on the streets. You see what I'm saying? So not everybody is cheering for that. But salute to Last Call and everybody that's rocking in the chat, viewing this live concurrently. I see Melik Dome in there, and also Last Call, Mr. Midnight Soul, chatting from an undisclosed location in Northern America. Ashura says some are faking the thug life. You either lived it there or didn't participate, but you know about the life to smell a Pillsbury Doughboy. Yeah, cats thinking they Doughboy from Boys in the Hood, but you more like the Pillsbury Doughboy. And you know about the Pillsbury Doughboy, he was soft and always going, woohoo. That's what you cats are. You a bunch of soft woohoos until like a real Doughboy pull up on you.
Man.
Yeah. They're not just poo butts. I'll tell you what they are.
Joke. Who is this Rudy Poo?
What they are, to keep it bizuck. But hold on, we gonna get into this, Big Rig. Now, what you know about this? We gonna have to break this down, bro. Fair use, and I will have to probably come back after and trim this part out. So just so y'all know, I will be reacting to a small portion of the video straight out of Compton. Salute to Compton Menace. Salute to the production team on here. It's going to speak to a broader point. Now, I will mute this first part, but we're going to break it down and explain it. And then I'll unmute it when it's appropriate. Now they riding through the hood. You feel me? Somebody else uploaded this, so there's some random subtitles. And actually, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Oh, the bus scene. Okay.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to take this banner down so I can try to put this on full screen real quick. So on this bus scene, we just going to describe it, right? We got these thugs. You feel me? You feel me? Real gangsters, real G's, but then we got these wanksters, these fakers. This is the definition of pump faking. They out the window. What up, cuh? What up, blood? You feel me? They stacking, bro. They throwing all these signs. And here the gangster, he like, bro, pull over, bro. Okay, y'all gangsters, right? And remember, this is for educational purposes. Fair use. Fair use.
Shut it down. Remember me. OG Two-Tone. Crenshaw Mafia, bro.
All right, so the music came right there, so I had to mute it, and I'm gonna go ahead and just stop that right there. So salute to Compton Menace, OG Two-Tone, right? He pulled over and he was like, bruh, y'all wanna, okay, you want to be about that life? Let me show you what it's like about that life. Now, that was a life lesson. That's what you call harsh love. That's probably my favorite scene of that movie.
There
Go
was
ahead, Big Rig.
actually a
What you got?
lesson bigger than that, bro. The thing is right, these kids is on a school bus. We all know school buses go to different areas to pick up different kids, man.
Different hoods.
Everything. So when they was out there doing that, man, throwing up their signs, doing all that finger stuff, right? He throwing up signs in a hood that's all on the red team, bro. You over here repping blue. So when they pulled that bus over, they in their hood, bro. When you see him getting off that bus, you see how many cats was outside, bro. They was in their hood, bro. These youngsters is so just out of it, bro, thinking that they hard, not knowing where they at, that they just think they could just throw it up.
Big Rig thinking it's a game, thinking everybody is for play.
And the thing is that bus got pulled over. They seen that, you know what I'm saying, these gang members, bro, they definitely holding weight because the bus driver opened up the door, let everything ride.
I was just about to say that. The bus driver didn't say nothing. And then he said, pull over, blood. And then after he said, bro, I might be the one to smoke y'all, right? The bus driver looked in the rear view like, bro, what did you YNs do, bro?
Right. You
but
see, he didn't say a word, bro. He didn't say a word, bro.
Nothing.
And he the adult. He got all these kids on the bus. But
hold on, Big Rig. He said something without saying something. Because you know when your mama gave you that look before, like she didn't say something, but she did say something.
Off top.
It's called body language.
Sure said, could they do that in real life? Absolutely they can. Absolutely they can. In some of these hoods, that is going to go down for sure. You think that bus, man, that bus drivers know what's going on, man. They know the whole demographic of everything, bro. So say the bus driver didn't, right? They're going to look at the bus driver. They're going to know who he is. And then now he a target.
Correct.
You got to take this route every day, homie. That's how he thinking.
Yeah, we already know where you work at.
Man, this shit get deep.
And then the bus driver has to think, bro, is it really worth potentially losing my life to try to loke up to these cats? The best thing that he did was just shut up. Now he could try to be a hero, and then you feel me, and what? Get popped.
Gonna go bad.
So
they gonna pop him for sure. You're older, you know what I'm saying? What you in this business? You know, you want to get yourself involved in this? All right, you know what I'm saying? Well, I could put way more aggression on you because you're an adult. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just pressing these little youngsters. But now if you want to go ahead and put yourself in this, and I'm already on a hype, bro, you might get hit.
And this is the thing he said, he said, don't ever throw your hands out of bus again. Then he said, y'all better gang bang them books.
Gang bang them
that
books,
was a
bro.
bar right there. So this is another thing too. It's a lot of cats that it's like, look, bro, I know some cats will say, hey, I know what my fate is. I may be unalived, or I may be in jail, or I may, be spiraling down a life of crime and mayhem and stuff like that. But you don't need to do this. So you need to be on these books and stuff. So there was a lot of cats that did work to steer, you feel me, the nerds and, the educated lames and stuff, to steer them away from this stuff. But bruh,
because like I said,
come into these waters, bruh, right, like you're a target, bro. Now no one cares that you're a nerd. It's like, give me a pass. I'm a nerd. Yeah, you're a nerd cosplaying as a G. So I'm finna treat you like a G, not as a geek, as a gangster. So, right. And then it turns into, oh, wow, why y'all do so-and-so like that? Like, no, why was so-and-so this smart person trying to pretend like something he's not, just because he was enamored by some movies and stuff? And you got people like OG Two-Tone where you can think and see like, oh, he shouldn't have done that. Well, in real life, because that's a depiction of a real life scenario. Like, I wouldn't be, bruh, if some maniac thug gangbanger came through and put the pilly to your head and was like, bruh,
you gonna remember that.
Yeah, you gonna remember that. You got to really think, is it worth it? So, I mean, he gave him a lesson, bruh, because really think about it. If you just take a class and they say, Big Rig, don't do drugs. Big Rig, don't join gangs. Big Rig, don't smoke no weed. You can take a class to do that. But if somebody pull up on you like he did that, I'm not advocating for that, but I'm just saying that, it's a terrifying message, but it would be more effective than just, handing out a pamphlet.
And the thing is, bro, is there's a lot of gangsters, man. He knew what them kids was, man. He knew that they was some suckers. Why do I say that? It's because for one, bro, they're on a school bus. They're going to school. Most cats that is in that life, man, and really trying to touch them streets, man, they 10, 12 years old already trying to hang around and do what they, you know what I'm saying? They already trying to get the game. So they ain't gonna be on no school bus, bro. That's why he's like, man, you need to cut this out, man. Gang bang them books, bro. Like, this ain't for you. You feel me? Like, I got young partners. He and I can guarantee he got young partners in the hood the same age as them cats, bro. They ain't on no school bus. They probably out there chiefing and doing everything under the sun, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you just, real recognize real, bro. It was definitely it was definitely on 10 the way he did it, but you know what I'm saying? The message was definitely felt. I guarantee, you know what I'm saying, that them cats never did nothing like that again, bro. Definitely thought twice about ever doing anything like that again, bro.
And this is the thing, bro. OG Two-Tone, bro, was, somebody, and I'm talking about the movie, right? OG Two-Tone was a dude who was a G that had bodies. And this is why I put there nobodies with no bodies. Mm-hmm. The dudes, the kids on the bus, they were nobodies. They were nobodies trying to be somebody, trying to pretend they were somebody. And the somebody they were trying to pretend was if they were a gangster, as if they was really about that life. And there's a lot of cats that do that. I'm somebody, right? And they want to pretend that that somebody is a thuggish figure, is a charismatic figure, but that's really, really with the activities. Well, you know what comes with that. Somebody with the activities might press you, and you rather be ready to press back, or you feel me? You gonna get rolled on or rolled over. You feel me? So you're gonna have to roll your sleeves up, and you feel me? You're gonna have to get in the mud, but that's only because you try to pretend that you come from this. You could have just stayed off the porch, right? You could have stayed in the kiddie pool, but once you come in the shark infested waters, there's no one coming to save you, right? Nobody is throwing you a lifeline. They like, bro, I had to swim through these waters, so if you can't do it on your own, tough luck, Buttercup. Should it be like that? I don't deal with shoulds. I deal with how it actually is. Yeah, it shouldn't be like that, but it is like that, right? Nobody kind of cares, bro. There's no manual for Big Rig when you get locked up, how you can port yourself in there. Here, Big Rig, this how you survive county. And even if there was a pamphlet, would that really work? You kind of got to get in there and step how you step, bruh.
Absolutely.
I mean, Big Rig, you know what I mean? Only because, we publicly talked about this. Like, was there any manual? Was there any how to survive county for dummies? Like, did somebody put a battery in your back? Like, how was you able to survive this? Like, did you read a book? Like, how'd this come about?
Nothing could prepare you, bro. It's all an experience. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you conduct yourself. It's how you move. If you want to get up in there and act like, you know what I'm saying, your stuff don't stink and you the hardest and everything like that, well, you're going to get tested, bro, because there's always going to be somebody harder than you and want to test
always.
So, you're going to mind somebody. I always say that. And the thing is with these people, that get to popping it, bro, even when it comes to the social media, they haven't really been through nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell because the way they talk and the way they just act like they're hella gangster and tough. And it's like, bro, you would not speak like this to a man on the streets, bro, or to anybody like this, because your head would get knocked off. Like, I know you for play, bro. Like, you can't even take them serious.
This Big Rig. None of those shaming tactics will work when people say you chimping out, you got low impulse control. Now, unfortunately, hypothetically, your head is busted. So those whole little slurs where it's like, you got low impulse control. Yeah, maybe I do. But now you got a two-piece, bruh. So it's like, is it really worth it? You see all the time where some cats, like, they think they can do a reenactment of Chud the Builder, right? So they go around spewing the N-word and dropping N-bombs. You can do that. I'm a free speech absolutist. You can do that. However, someone might, you feel me, give you that sweet chin music. Should they do that? Probably not. But like I said, I don't deal with shoulds. I deal with things as they are. It's not a lot of cats just gonna let you calling them a B word, the N word in their face. You looking at their kids a certain way. You
Not
looking
gonna
at their
happen.
wife a certain. It's not gonna happen, bruh. So you can say all that stuff and talk about people's wife in real life, bruh. I don't care, bruh. I don't care if it's
I've
my
never
mom.
ran across that in my life, bro.
I've
I've
never seen
never,
that, bro.
I can honestly tell you, I've never ran across anybody trying to disrespect me or say anything like that, disrespectful, like how you see sometimes. I've never encountered that in my
Yeah,
life.
because Big Rig, me and you both have encountered it, right? And you know, you smooth with it, you feel me? You cold, but consistent, right? So it's a lot of cats that have tried to step to us like, but rhetorically in the chat, it's like, bruh, you don't know me, bruh. And I'm a real dude, bro. I stand everything I stand on, bruh. Me and Big Rig had our own installment of a show, Easily Rigged, but every time we on the panel together rocking out, that's what it will be, Easily Rigged, right? That's the name of it, right?
No
I
top.
cammed up multiple times. All of my links are to my photos. This is my real photo, no AI photo. All of my links are to my real pages where you really see me, where there's really people who really know me. I do real pull-ups in real life. You feel me?
We real
Not
niggas
on
around here, man. Straight up.
so for me, it's just like I mean, I don't mind camming up. It's just like honestly, I've got more numbers by me being off cam. But when I do have, some of my content going forward, I'm gonna make a more concerted effort to be on cam just because I'm a man of the people. However, it's a lot of cats that's hiding behind faceless accounts, bro.
Facts.
Trying to challenge cats in the chat, and then you drop the link, and then they don't want no smoke. It's like not only do you not want to challenge, because I always say you're not intellectually formidable enough to challenge me, not because I'm the biggest, baddest, smartest dude, but I'm smarter than a lot of these peons that are rather pathetic trying to challenge me. And it's the same way in the streets. Like, if I didn't already survive through some notorious hoods, went through some of the most harsh experiences where if I say it, then cat's head would spin. Yes, like, bro, I survived that. It's a story to you, but it's a story about my life that I've experienced and endured. You know what I mean? Just a few things that I would name, and people be like, bro, damn, you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, that's all you have to say. You know what I mean? There's nothing else you can say because you can't relate to it. It's not to glorify, it just is what it is. People become a product of their environment and their circumstances. And many times people don't want to look into the nuances of other people's, background, their cultural experiences, their upbringing and things like that. You just want to assume that, hey, I could relate to this person because I heard some rap songs and I watched a bunch of hood movies. Nigga, you're not hood. And there's nothing masculine about you trying to act hood. And this is why I've been saying that these hood, so-called hood and gangster niggas, y'all niggas are the new nerds, dweebs, dorks, twerps, nitwits, nimrods. Pick another word that I can add in there. That's what you cats are, bruh. Because a lot of the stuff that you're doing is foolish. Many of you are raccoons. You're doing things that's detrimental to the community. And then when it's time to build up the community, you run. It's like somebody spilling a bunch of milk and it's time to clean the milk. You like, oh, I'm finna go to somebody else's house. Like, are you gonna clean up the milk that you spilled first? Well, no, I'm over at this other clean house, right? You know what I mean? And that's what these cats do. They'll destroy a neighborhood and then try to move to another neighborhood and then talk about crime. Yeah, bro, you were part of that crime, bro. You helped destroy this neighborhood. If you're gonna help destroy something, build it up, right? If I was driving your car, Big Rig, and I got it dirty, I'm not just gonna be like, here you go, Big Rig. Thanks for the keys, you feel me? And then I go hop in another whip. Bro, you dirtied the car, clean it out. And you didn't just clean it on the outside, you dirtied it inside. So now we need a detail, right? What is so hard about that? You know what I mean? Then these same people be the ones talking about accountability and black on black crime. It's like, nigga, you were leading to the crime. You were a criminal in the black community. Or they'll act like these criminals are so bad and then they do a bunch of content about the criminals. How many people are graduating college every day? You never have any scholars on. You never have any black accountants on. You don't have black lawyers on, but you will have black rappers, or you'll keep talking about black degeneracy that you say that you hate so much. I got black fatigue. And all you want to watch is fight videos and chicks in bonnets and furry slippers twerking.
Right.
Nobody is forcing you to watch that, bruh. Oh, yeah, I like that one too. Roger said nincompoops. Hey, I said Nitwit and Nimrod. I'm surprised I forgot that one. Yeah, but a lot of these dudes are nincompoops, right? There's nothing hard about I'm a thug, and then you'll slide on another black dude because he's a quote unquote op, and then there's a bunch of non-black people that take over your neighborhood because you slid on the quote unquote blacks. You love your block so much, but like now the property values of your neighborhood has went down because you want to be an idiot and terrorize the community. There's nothing hard about that. There's nothing masculine about that. That's rather soft. That's some dweeb stuff. That's how we got to frame it. How is it hard, right? A nigga that does a drive-by on some random bystanders. He a thug. You feel me? He'll take somebody's life. Oh, I mean, okay. So did Jeffrey Dahmer. So is Jeffrey Dahmer hard? Is Charles Manson hard? Is the Zodiac Killer hard? I mean, what are we talking about here, bruh? And I appreciate that, sure.
That's a fact. But they do got bodies, and the thing is like the title says, right?
Yes.
A lot of these cats, they don't, bro, and they act like they harder than concrete, bro. Like for
it's like,
real,
bro, you have no bodies, and that's okay. But stop piping, stop trying to like puff your chest like you do, right? Because Big Rig, we know, being from the streets, it's some cats like you said, like you said, Big Rig, you go mind someone, right? So it's some cats where it's like, hey, look, I ain't no sucker, you feel me? But I know so and so. Like if you get tangled with him, you feel me? You gonna have to drop something because bro be laying, you feel me? Bro be laying the business, right? But not everybody is like that. So I'm not finna give you the credit and treat you like Debo when you a Steve Urkel. Like, bruh, don't come to me with that Debo energy when you Steve Urkel. Now, even Debo could get it, bruh. You saw Debo lost the fight. Now, of course, Craig had to resort to using a brick, but remember, Craig had the blicky the whole time.
Yeah.
So Craig,
ain't no rules in a fight, bro. Shit, look at Craig against Debo, man. I would have picked up the brick if I was Craig too.
Yeah, that's what I always say. There's no such thing as a fair fight. So this is why I'm gonna have to do a whole stream about that. This is one of the most idiotic terms that people say. Man, shoot the fair one. There's no such thing as a fair one. Bruh, if you mugging a dude and then he like you mugging and then he pulls over and then he bounce out and then the dude is 6'8", 280 pounds chiseled, and you're 5'9", 185 pounds. What is fair about that? Well, you shouldn't have been mugging, right? No one cares, bro. If you trying to fight this dude and y'all both the same size, right? But this dude is a black belt in mixed martial arts and Brazilian jiu-jitsu, what is fair about that? Or y'all even, right? Then he gets you on the ground and starts slamming your head on the pavement. What is fair about that? I've had in the fights, bro, cats, grab your nuts, bro. Come on, bro. Like cats will do anything. I seen a dude get eye gouge where they put your thumb and like poke it in your
noises
eye.
in fights you be remembering some of them noises, bro. It be bad,
it's cringy, bro. There's nothing fair about it, bro.
Yeah.
Some cats whip out a brass knuckle, so I'm ready to square him up. Everything is square. He's 150, I'm 150. He's 5, you know what I mean? Like, you know, everything will go square and square, right? This dude 6 feet, this dude 6 feet. That dude's 200 pounds, that dude's 200 pounds. Yeah, but that dude has brass knuckles. So what is fair about that? You see what I'm saying? Or this dude 6'4", this dude 6'4". Yeah, but this dude is 55 and this other dude is 25. I mean, what is fair about that? So there's no such thing as a fair fight, or we shooting a fair one, right? And
that's damn near me nowadays, bro. I'm beginning to be around them ages. You feel me? So it's like, You know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying?
like you can't be
But I
testing
don't
those youngsters.
really look like it. So it's like, you know, these motherfuckers gonna probably test me thinking I'm, you know what
Bro,
I'm
they
saying? But
gonna
it's like,
test you. They be like,
man.
oh, this little 30-year-old OG. I'm finna sleep, That's what they gonna be on, cuz they're not
Oh,
gonna spare you,
man,
cuz.
bro.
And then peep this: if they think you 30, they see you as They think you 40, 50, So, bro, they're not gonna spare you, cuz. Like there's no oh, this my elder. They like, bro, I'm finna drop this old nigga. You feel me? That's
Crazy,
how it
bro.
is. So I gotta be on that type of time where it's like,
Absolutely.
hey, I can't be dropped by this YN. I gotta prepare to protect myself at all times. From tall niggas, small niggas, old niggas, young
Period,
niggas.
bro. You never underestimate anybody, bro.
Anybody, bro. I'm expecting a Steve Urkel. Hey, he's a Steve Urkel, so maybe this person is very
I'm
tactically
thinking the
trained.
worst out of them than the
Yeah.
bigger cat, to be honest with you.
You got to, because the stakes are even higher, because if you underestimate them, you gonna get embarrassed, and then it's bad on you because you underestimated them, and then it's even further bad on you because you like, dang man, I didn't survive the yard, I didn't survived all this mayhem and madness, only to get dropped by Steve Urkel. You see what I'm saying? It's like you're gonna have to deal with that.
Ego coming in, huh? That ego.
That's how cats be.
Off
You know
top,
how I be.
bro.
Man, who is this nerdy ass nigga? You get this little square ass nigga. It's like, okay, bro, that's square, bro. That square is a black belt, bro. Like you be seeing cats do it all the time, where they try to use their gangster to impose. Oh, this nigga sucker, right? But it's like, bro, if I just out the gate and hit you with the chin music, you didn't have time to pull out the piss, the pilly. You feel me? I just you feel me? A quick, you know what I mean? And got up out of there. So sometimes people in Big Rig, you know, this is a lot of cats that's hard on the streets, but they're hard off of their reputation of their bodies and them, you know, willing to pop some. But then when you get behind those walls, like, bro, there's no
It's a whole
pistol
different
to
story.
save you.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Especially when you know you in a cell, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then them doors, you know what I'm saying, lock up, bro. It's a whole different ball game. You can have all the mouth in the world, bro. That day room is gonna be man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Like that street and being in the inside is two different ball games. You could be the hardest thing. You was you know clapping everything, right? Like you say, right? That was he's scary, right? Soon as you touch down, man, it's cookies, bro.
Hey, and peep this, Big Rig. It be cats that be having bodies that's hella skinny. You feel me? Like 140 pounds. It's cats that got bodies that's hella out of shape. So, bro, just because you got bodies, and bro, now you in there where cats, you feel me? They've been programming. They ain't been smoking,
bro.
So, bro, they got stamina. So, bro, like those bodies don't mean nothing. So if you catch a fade, let's just say you got 10 bodies, but you caught a fade with a dude who's in there for just, you feel me, a non-violent drug offense, but bro been working out the whole time. Like, bro gonna put hands on you. So it's like, what did those bodies really mean in that instance? And he might get out, you know, unless they try to give him, you know, some sort of enhancement and stuff like that. So, and a lot of these cats aren't truly about that life, because if you was about that life, you wouldn't just be nice with pulling out a firearm. You would be nice with the hands. You would also be nice with the financial literacy as well. I get it, bro. Like, you feel me? You made the money. You feel me? You know what I mean? Okay. You know, a lot of our parents didn't have a high educational attainment. But now we're in the information age, bro. I don't want to hear cats talk about how much hustlers they are, how smart they are. But then it's like, bro, you keep spending money on a chain, or you keep spending money on some boppers and stuff. And I'm not saying it's all cats, but it's a problematic amount. And the cats that's trying to, you feel me, quote unquote, give back to the hood. Nigga, I don't want to hear you go back to the hood and give turkey on a Thanksgiving and try to do some Nino Brown stuff. No, get them young kids a job so they don't got to be trying to slide on the ops and stuff, bro. If these kids are gainfully employed, there wouldn't be time. So notice that they never try to get these kids a job. It's like, here, I went and gave them some turkeys, or I went and gave them a chain that's going to lose value. No, give them a job. And for me, bro, I'd rather you give me the money. Like, I'm going to keep it real. Why would you give me a 50K thousand chain? No, bro, give me 50K. Because I want to spend 50K on the chain. And then it's like, oh, well, you've been ungrateful. And then they try to frame it as, oh, you have a broke mentality. Just accept the chain, a chain that depreciates. Bro, why you didn't just give me 50K and I could have, and I get it. I'm asking rhetorical questions. I know a lot of times, a lot of those things are sponsorship deals. A lot of times is put on credit. But then again, if you got a 50K line of credit, bruh, help me start a business. I don't want this chain. So I look good, but at what cost though?
Right.
And that's the same thing with the gang. You look good. Bro, with the Bloods, bro, with the Crips, you look good at what cost? Because as soon as you get locked up,
right,
and your beautiful baby mama
by yourself, and you ain't with your homies and all that.
Your beautiful baby mama, you know what the gang is gonna be about. You want to talk about that life? Well, here's the life that they gonna be about. Once you get locked up, the gangbangers are gonna try to gangbang your baby mama and
That's
even your daughter. It's unfortunate, but I've seen it too many times. There has been beefs over that where cats get out, and then there's been shootings, beefs, and unalivings. There's been pregnancies that was like, oh, I didn't expect someone from my gang to knock up my daughter or my sister and stuff like that, right? They say there's no honor among thieves, and then you get around a bunch of thieving cats, and then you expecting honor. Make it make sense, bro.
You can't.
And I always say you can't because it doesn't. And shout out to Roger. Roger, you used to wear that African chain. Did that make you a target? Oh, I forgot. Roger said he was too broke to afford that chains, but I appreciate my bro Roger. But keep this real, Big Red. Will a chain truly make you a target? We know it's absolutely. And peep this. There's a time and a place to wear the chain. And we've been convinced that, man, if you got to tuck your chain, you on some sucker stuff. But I'm gonna keep it big. I'm gonna keep it.
I don't believe in that. Go ahead,
bruh. Yeah, I'm finna alley-oop it to you, Big Rig. If you, Big Rig, if you pull up in that old school on them blades, bro, on the 4s or the 6s or 8s, and then you hop out with a chunky chain, and still, I get you.
Right.
I'm just saying, if I'm a hungry cat, bruh, I might pull up on you. You feel me? And press you with the pill. You feel me? With the pill out.
And I gotta touch on that, bro, because
go ahead, Big Red.
And the reason why I say this is because I gotta use myself as an example, right? I'm not gang goofy, y'all. I don't go by rap music and rappers or certain people saying, hey, if you do this or do that, you this or that. I'm more of real life. I still to this day rock, nice size gold chains. The only thing difference is me having the iced out real diamonds, you know what I'm saying? Big ass cross was about like 4 inches, and the Jesus piece, you know what I'm saying, with the little ice around him. I let that go. But when I was rocking those chains like that, you know what I'm saying, with the whole get down, absolutely. If I'm in certain areas, man, I don't just got my shit out. My shit's in my shirt. I'm looking clean. You know what I'm saying? You see, I got my shit, but you don't know what it is because I'm in areas, bro, where, you know what I'm saying, exactly, I can get licked, bro. I done went to events, B, in San Francisco, California, bro. And I'm over there, man. I'm passing through, man, going up like almost through Hunter's Point and shit, bro. I'm in the whip, my nigga. I started feeling so out of place, B, and I don't got no problem saying it, bro. I started going through the lights, pimp. I did not stop at the lights. It's daytime and everything, but just the way everybody was out and everything. I'm not from there, bro. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know me. I'm going to an
what
event.
Happened on Menace when Harold pulled up at the
light. What do I look like stopping and at all these lights or whatever in these corners, bro? And hella motherfuckers is out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a drop. You know what I'm saying? So my top down and everything, I'm just targeted out. So I'm like, bro,
you was easy target.
I'm going through them, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even tripping. You know what I'm saying? Please. You know what I'm talking about?
But
now a lot of cats would be like, shit, I would, man, shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm whoopty whoop. Okay, and them is the
I ain't
same
no
cats
sucker, bro.
That you end up seeing on the news later on that night, got caught up or whatever. I'm not trying to be that example, bro. I know what it is, bro. I've never been game goofy, bro. I haven't. And I stand on that. You know, I don't care what people say, what they think. If you want to live like that and be like that, go ahead, bro. Life is full of choices, bro, and consequences, man. Go ahead. B might be doing something. Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, my bad. I was chewing some. I didn't want you to get me mid smack. You feel me?
Right.
But salute to Frank.
Ashura. I don't know who Ashura is. No, I don't. It wasn't no
Ashura is.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I think he was talking about because I said Roger.
Roger. Yeah.
So ask Roger. Roger said he had an African chain and a Gumby haircut. So you got to ask him about that.
Oh, okay. He was on that Kwame stage. Okay.
But Cow Dog says all talk and no, all bark and no bite. Yes, a lot of cats that do that. And all I'm saying is that barking could get you bit by a big dog.
It can.
Not everybody is just going to let you just bark. You feel me? And what happens is sometimes people say, well, I've been barking so long and all of these big dogs have ignored me. Yeah, but maybe those big dogs wasn't in close enough proximity to you. Now, cats gonna make you stand on what you was barking about. You know what I mean? And, you know, back in the day, cats would run the fade. Now some cats, you know, might just pop you over something.
They ain't gonna run the fade.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like now when cats is dissing people ops and dead homies and there's no
pissing on graves and doing all that, and
they're running to get a you feel me, a yistle and boom bam and get somebody up out of here. I'm not advocating for it, but it just is what it is, bro. You already know, Big Red, as a responsible father, right? You know that if there's a youth online and they trying to pop it and they showing weapons and saying F my ops and all this stuff like that, not only could your child be a target, but you could be a target, right? Cats will be pulling up on kids and stuff too. So it's imperative for these parents to know, like, also what they're, you know, like what they're like imposing onto their kids, right? And what they're influencing their kids to be like is already bad enough with the music and all the other stuff too. But you have to be, your influence as a parent has to supersede that, right? We grew up listening to, you know, the music we weren't supposed to listen to, but like, bruh, my mom was telling me like, no, bruh, I don't want you to listen to the cussing stuff. So, bruh, I had to sneak and listen to cussing stuff.
Absolutely.
Bruh. I was like, how was it for you, Big Red?
Yeah, man, that's a fact. My dad was a little bit cooler, you feel me? But with my mom, oh no, absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying. Our parents, they were trying to steer us to not really be about that life. You feel me? Yeah, we grew up ghetto and doing, you feel me, hood stuff, but that's just part of our culture. We still, even my parents that was uneducated, they wanted me to do better than them. And I know, Big Rig, because you were open and intimate, you were like, bro, I got a GED, bro. And now your son,
he want to go to college and all of that, bro.
That's what I'm saying,
man,
bro.
I love it.
And it's a beautiful thing. And that's what you want. That's you're producing a better version of you. I mean, like, what more would you like truly want, right? I achieved this. I'm setting my kid up for success. It would be a failure if you got a GED or you got a college degree and then your kid drop out. But if you get a GED and you get a college degree and then your kid go further than that, that's a success. That's a win in life that we have to appreciate. That's what you call Black culture. Right? Because think about this. If your kid was a thug and he was in juvie, guess what they would be calling that? Black culture. But now that your kid is going to college and your kid is on the track to do, you know,
you better put that same tag on it.
Put the same.
You better put that same tag on it.
You see what I'm saying? You don't get no credit as a father when you push your kid as a Black father immersing your kid in black culture, and then he goes to college. That's not considered black culture. But if you was a deadbeat and your kid went to juvie and did,
that's what they do. That's what, that's
come
part
on,
of
bruh. It's
yeah, that's
always the
crazy.
negative. It's always the toxic. So then now you think that all dads, and then this is another thing. Well, Big Rig, you had kids out of wedlock. So you see what I'm saying? So they trying to just hit you over the head multiple ways to kind of discredit your fatherhood.
Right.
But it's like, bruh, my kid ain't shooting nobody, bruh. My kid is doing better than me. Like, what more do you want, bruh? Right. It just starts getting a bit infuriating, bro, because they want to try to make every one of our kids as YNs and about that life. Nah, bruh. I'm sure your son listened to vulgar music, and I'm sure you're cool with it. I would be cool with it, bro. I was playing games that I wasn't supposed to be playing, bro. The Grand Theft Auto, that's for 17-year-olds, bro. You're not supposed to be 5 and 10-year-old playing that. But like our parents was letting us watch stuff that we wasn't, like even something like the Boys in the Hood.
Bro, there's no way these
R.
video games that they have nowadays, our parents would even let us have that game system, bro.
Exactly, bro. So it's like now these kids are a lot more mature than people want to give them credit for. They're mature and desensitized, which is why that's where that parental guidance comes in. And that's why I was like,
I don't even see that on anything no more, bro. I don't know the last time I done seen that, bro.
Yeah, because no one cares, because they want to desensitize you too, because now a kid has a cell phone. So even if you have parental guidance, like,
they're gonna see it and do it anyways,
bro. Any of these kids could go to Bang Bros. All it asks them is like, are you 18? And all they got to say is yes. And then now they can watch it. Bro,
and don't mess up the birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But all they got to do is just give a phony birthday. Then all they got to do is give their parents' birthday. A lot of these kids know their parents' birthday. So it's like, and that's the only thing that you have to do. You know what I mean? So it's like, these kids are more advanced than we give them credit for. So it's like we have to have more advanced tactics when we're like coaching, mentoring, and talking to them as well. And you said, I ain't up on that. What's Catch the Fade? Catch the Fade is fighting. So it's like, if somebody is disrespecting you and you like, bro, Roger, you doing too much, bro. We got to catch the fade, or we got to shoot the fade, or run me my fade. A fade is essentially like a fight or a battle, for
we got to get this out of our system. You know what I'm saying? We done already pushed it to a limit of past talking or whatnot. It seemed to got a little too disrespectful. Let's just go ahead and put hands on each other, basically.
Yes. Well, that's a different one. That will be what's called a friendly fade. So
no. I'm just saying about the fade. Just kind of giving them a definition of the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like it just got to a certain point, and you know what I'm saying? Hey, words ain't in the play no more. We got to go ahead and knuckle up.
Yeah. You got to squabble up. That's all it is. Catching the fade is another word for squabble or squabbing. That's all it is. And shout out to the 504 boy. Woody Braxton. Salute to the New Orleans family. But you said, I'm telling your mama you was playing Grand Theft Auto. Well, it's a lot of games and stuff that we wasn't supposed to be playing. What about Mortal Kombat? Yeah, none of these games. I mean, a lot of them, they had ratings that you weren't supposed to play it. But as kids, we played those games. Like when I seen like Boys in the Hood and those movies when I was younger, like those were rated R movies. Like for rated R, you're supposed to be 17. I don't think I was 17 watching those movies. Like, you know what I mean? But again, you know what I mean? There were some things that your parents were like, no, you can't do that. And then there were other things that they were like, oh yeah, it's good. You could do that. Now, whether you were supposed to do it, that's a different story. I was watching all those action movies like Lethal Weapon and all these other movies. Like, bro, those movies are rated R. You feel me? Those ain't like, bro. Those are great movies. Those are not like kid movies.
Those in the tier too.
But you could become desensitized to it, but that's where it takes the parents to.
Die Hard had a good run. I just had to throw that in there too.
I love Die Hard. That's classic.
Go ahead.
Did you see Die Hard with a Vengeance with Samuel L. Jackson? That probably was one of my favorite ones, if not my favorite.
I almost seen them all, bro, but I couldn't just recall because it's been so long.
That one was
bro.
fire. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. And Braxton said an old school one is you don't think fat meat greasy. Yeah, that's like, you know what I mean? That's like an old school FBA saying right there. And you said, I know this movie wasn't gangsta like, but what about Coming to America? I mean, Coming to America is a classic. I didn't watch the second one, the Coming to America 2. I didn't watch that one.
It was
I heard it
garbage.
was, yeah, that's why I was like, once they
didn't
try
miss
to
nothing,
do the
bro.
sequels, I'm like, come on, bro, this was classic. You didn't have to do anything else. Coming to America was fire though, like with the Soul Glow,
was
the
amazing.
McDowells. I loved that movie. You said when I was 12, I was at the theater. Whenever I went to a movie that ended before others, I would leave one and sneak into the movie. Hey, and that's one thing. Yeah, you got to play
the
one
Ghoul
movie.
Cinema. We had one called the Ghoul Cinema, man. I used to do that all
You gotta
day
linger
long.
around. Yeah, you linger around and go sneak into that other one. So I
It
get
was
a
a
2
dirty
for 1.
ass movie theater though, bro. It's like they never like mopped or something. That floor was so damn sticky. That's what I do remember. Like so much sodas and stuff, whatever was spilled. You know what I mean? But good price, and you could sneak in every movie. Wasn't nobody tripping, bro. You just come in, pay, and buy your snacks, and you could be there all day. They wasn't checking nothing or nothing, bro.
See, Frank Nitti know about it. It's called Die Hard with a Vengeance with Samuel L. Jackson. That movie was fire. He said it was the best one. Yeah, I can't lie. That movie was dope. You said second was trash. One funny was Wesley Snipes walking and dancing. Which second was trash? Let me know what
I
you're
liked
talking
them
about.
all, to be honest with you.
If you talking about Die Hard, I like all the Die Hards, bro.
Yeah,
Bruce
I like
Willis
them
is a
all.
beast, bro. I know bro had some health ailments, but Bruce Willis is like,
I don't think he got the flowers he should have got, bro. I think
bro
he
is a
definitely
legendary
dope.
actor. I like dude. Yeah, he's a beast. Yeah, even Braxton loved that one. That movie was fire. Coming to America 2. Oh, he was saying that Coming to America 2 was trash.
Oh yeah, that was man, it was horrible, bro.
It was that bad?
Yeah, The Last House is horrible too, y'all. If y'all ain't seen it on Netflix, don't do it.
I heard you talking about that.
It's horrible.
The Last
It's
House?
horrible. I put it on just for shits and giggles, just to be playing in the background the other day because I said I wasn't gonna watch it. I was watching something else actually, and then it popped up on the Netflix as the other thing was going off. So I just said fuck it. But bro, it was very bad, bro. It was very bad.
So what you watching, Big Rig? Give us some suggestion.
Oh man, I couldn't give you one right now. I got Crush Groove
You
playing
still
right
on
now.
Cape
though.
Fear? You still on Cape Fear?
Man, I messed up my fire stick, B. I did something
What?
really man. So like my fire stick that I had, I had my fire stick, bro, probably since maybe 2018. So it was older, but I had all my, I jailbreak them. So I had all my stuff in there and it's been cool. But I did one for my son and my sister, and there's the newer fire sticks, right? So when I put the same program and everything on them, and they just was working butter, right? And a new player had came out. So I went to mine. I put new players on theirs, you know what I'm saying? And I went to mine, bro, when I got home, and I erased my old player and put on the new player, and it wouldn't accept it, bro. And then I couldn't even find my old player because it was an older player, bro. So it's already updated, and my fire stick won't accept it, bro. So all my movies and stuff that I would be able to watch like how I do, I can't. I got to get me a new fire stick, man. I was disgusted, bro, because I did something stupid. You do those updates or whatever, bro.
Bruh.
It killed me off, and now I can't do nothing, bro.
Hey, hold on.
And it was working perfectly fine, and I just had to put the new player on there, bro.
Bruh. Big Rig.
Go ahead and hit me.
Gotta.
How please? Nigga, please. How?
Nigga, what?
Nigga, please. Nigga, please. What?
I deserve it. I've been sick ever since, bro. It's been about, I ain't gonna bullshit you, bro. It's been like 3 weeks, bro. So I just gotta bite the bullet, spend the $40, bro, and get another fucking Fire Stick, man.
Those updates be, bro. I had like
the worst thing ever, bro.
As soon as you update, it wipes out everything.
Everything, bro.
I had that same thing happen to me too. So as soon as you said the update, I was like, oh yeah, that's a wrap. Because as soon as it updates, it tries to detect all of the old stuff.
It's not gonna happen. The software is too updated. Yeah, like it can't read it. I'm over here looking at my Wi-Fi settings and all kind of, bro. I was pissed, bro. I was like, oh man. Yeah, Frank. It was a mess, man. Don't do it, y'all. You know, all them updates ain't sometimes worth it, y'all. It ain't worth it.
No, I don't. And even Big Rig, really think about this too. One of my other homies, he said he had Pro Tools and he was using like,
ooh, man.
Yeah, bro was using
I got
like
a story on that too.
He was using like Pro Tools 9 or 10 or something.
I was on 8.
And I think he was on 9. He never wanted to update because I was like, bro, his stuff was sounding crispy. I was like, bro,
great too, bro. It came out with the Verify where you could like do the slow down and all that. Like when Pro Tools 8 came out was dope. So and when it started going up and up, it just, you know, it started just doing its thing, but then it just wasn't working on computers, bro. And I did an update and lost my 8.
That's why I wasn't working, because they want you to update, because if something works well and you're like, well, fine. I mean, I don't have to update it, but they want you buying stuff every year. So that's why they give you the update. So it wipes out and then it forces you to upgrade.
Man, I still got the hard disk though. See, nowadays you can't get hard disk of anything, bro. But I still got
everything is subscription,
disk.
Bro. Hard disk, that's never coming back now, unfortunately.
Never, bro.
I'm more of a hard disk dude, but like, if you get the hard disk, it's like a one and done. I brought the program. Like I said, my boy, his stuff was crazy,
little key,
crispy.
You gotta, you know, type in the little key and all that.
And he was like, bro, if I try to upgrade all of these sounds that I have on this it's over, bro. And now they want him to like buy all these particular like packs. You feel me? To like, it's like, bro, I had all of these though.
Facts. Bro, I got a hell of a bundle in my computer, bro. Like I wouldn't
still
update
work?
This computer. Hell yeah. I wouldn't update this computer. It's my Mac, bro. I had my Mac since 2010.
Oh, bro, holding on.
So, you know, I got the older program still in it, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
bro,
hell yeah, bro. I got a hell of a bundle in my shit, bro. Like I got everything. I got the what's that T-Pain shit? I got everything. I got the whole Nexus. Yeah, I got the whole Nexus bundle. I got everything, bro. Everything. You know what I'm saying? And I could still put it on a hard drive and bring it to another computer if they got an older one. But if you got something new, like that ain't Windows 7 or 8 or something, it ain't gonna work, bro. It is not gonna work.
And Frank, I never seen this movie, but I gotta check it out. Salute to Tracy Morgan. And then you said the scene when Willis met Samuel Jackson. Remember? And that a Die Hard with a Vengeance, there was that scene where that dude, he had to go in like Harlem or someplace in New York, and he had to wear a sign that said, I hate niggas. That movie was pretty dope. Said there's also something similar to a Fire Stick called ONN. Y'all can look it up. Have you heard of that, Big Rig?
Well, there's a box. I don't know if he's talking about the super box or something.
What you talking about, Braxton? I just be using some of these sites, you feel me? But like with those sites, you gotta have a pop-up blocker or a quick VPN. Hand. Oh yeah, or going to VPN, right? Because they're these sites where you go on, you know what I mean? It's kind of just like the same thing like a Fire Stick, but it's like a particular site. I know they usually have like 1, 2, 3 movies, F movies.
Oh yeah, I got that on my phone, F movies and stuff.
Yeah,
because then you get all the movies, kind of like the Fire Stick with the F movies.
correct. The only thing is like a lot of them have like pop-ups. So
Stupid pop-ups now, bro. I actually tried it because I told you my Fire Stick's been down for 3 weeks. So I went on F movies to watch something. And man, that pop-up game was so, man, I got pissed and I was done. I was like, man, I'm cool. I got to play and everything, but it was just too much, bro. Like you said, you got to be quick on the fingers, and then you got to
you got to be quick on the finger.
It was just stupid, bro.
Well, this is the thing. This is what you got to do. You got to be quick on the finger, and then like you got to put it on full screen, and then it will play
right,
cool.
And then you can rewind and all. Yeah,
exactly.
Man.
But
I know I got that F movie. I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, because some people don't know, because as soon as it it's like one little thing, it'll take a pop-up, and then it will get annoying.
Redirect you and shit, bro.
Yeah. So I've mastered that because I'm like, man, I want to watch this, and
yeah, that's what I do, Braxton. I be jailbreaking all my folks stuff, bro. Like that, bro. Don't pay for that cable.
Jailbreak everything. Oh, Roger, you seen that movie?
The first time I met you, B, I've been jailbreaking, bro. I had people on Instagram hitting me up like, man, can I drop you off a Fire Stick? Yep. I was on it, bro.
Oh, you was the plug? You was the Fire Stick plug?
Yeah, bro, because at the time they were selling the Fire Sticks that had that goofy Cody on there, bro, and that shit was trash. And they were selling it for like $100, bro. It had already hooked up. I told the people, bro, I was like, man, bring me your Fire Stick. I will plug you up for $25, bro. Like it was no time of mine. It was nothing. It was simple. And they was doing it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if you was buying one like off of Craigslist or whatever at the time, $100, bro. $100. And I was giving you the players. I was giving you like different apps and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cody is just kind of one, but Cody was trash, bro. Like I never used a Fire Stick with Cody because I heard too much bad about it. You know what I'm saying? And that was like the beginning thing, you know what I'm saying, was that Cody shit. But hell yeah, man, I've been on them Fire Sticks, bro. My boy put me up on a Fire Stick and showed me how to do it. It was over after that.
So you was doing it yourself?
Yeah, that's why I said I just did my sons, I did my sisters, just what I'm saying, a couple weeks ago. That's why I fumbled mine, because theirs are the newer one. And a newer player came out that was hella dope. And I was like, oh shit, man, when I get home, because it was in the store that I have on mine, bro, is what I put on everybody else's. So if my Fire Stick end up acting funny, then I know theirs is, you know what I'm saying? And then I can go ahead and do what I got to do. But as long as mine is running cool, I know they shit running cool, but they had a new player that came out and it just was butter. So I put the new player on theirs and it was on mine too. So I erased my player because it says erase the old player and then put the new player on there. My dumb ass erased the old player, put the new player on there, and my shit said, nope, can't accept it. I was like, oh, hell. And I tried to find my other one because it was in there, but say my other one was a 0.12, the one that was in, I got all that, Cinema BTV, all that. If one was like 1.2, the new one was a 1.12, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't going in, bro. I was heated, bro. Yeah,
man, that's crazy. Hey, and Braxton, y'all let me know. Does anybody in the chat, is any of y'all got some hookups on Fire Sticks? And let me know what sites y'all be watching these movies, because I can't keep getting Paramount, then get the Netflix and Amazon Prime. Amazon did already cranked up, but Amazon Prime do got some good stuff on there. They had a good Lord of the Rings series.
Tubi is good, bro. For some, I got awesome too. Tubi is good.
Hey, you know what, bro? People be sleeping on Tubi. Hey, but even those ghetto ones, bro, my mom loved Tubi, bro. Like, she saw like this movie, bro. It was like so ghetto, but the story was fire, bro. Like, sometimes it's some really good movies, and then sometimes they do like these really ghetto productions, but it's almost like satire. But even a lot of the ghetto ones, bro, they be kind of good, bro.
You be watching these Detroit ones, bro. They be hella dope. I watched all their series. That shit was cool.
I haven't seen that Detroit one, but I did hear some good things about it. I seen one like Hood, like series. I was like, oh, brother.
Yeah, they're all series, like, the ones that I've watched.
Yeah, it's like independent. It was all black folks. So it's like sometimes cats be pretending like you only need to go to the dominant society is like, bro, we're pretty creative now. Now it's like cats, you feel me? You can get together with a couple of your cats, bro. Like a lot of these phones are really good. I would recommend just renting a higher end camera, but yeah, bro, salute to Tubi, bro. Cats is, creating some dope stuff, but I never heard of Fawsome TV. I never used that. You heard of that, Big Rig?
Yeah, I got it.
So what is that? A website or an app?
It's an app. It's an app. So like on my Fire Sticks, like I got like different stores and shit, and they'll just have a hell of a lot of apps, bro. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like Cinema's no longer though. Cinema's no longer
yeah, a lot of times, yeah, they end up cracking
BTV,
them down.
They stepped it up. They got a new BTV. It works well. It has a new player and everything. But Fawsome, yeah, it's just an app, bro. There's so many different apps out nowadays. I like the F movies, or not F movies, but the F Plus. That's like my favorite app on the Fire Stick. Like I never have really no glitches or nothing. It's great. But yeah, Fire Sticks are the way to go, bro. If you got one, B, it's nothing to jailbreak them, bro.
Nah, I don't got one.
Jailbreak. Oh, get you one, bro. Spend the $40 and get one, and you'll be done.
Oh, it was worth it. Okay.
Yeah, get rid of the prescription to Paramount and all that, bro, because you'll get all those movies that are on Paramount.
No, I don't got that. That's why I said I used to have that stuff. That's why I was like, I'm good, bro. Like the Paramount, HBO Max, Hulu, Netflix. I was like, bro, I can't. Yes, like I can't do it, bro. So I just been on the sites, but you feel me? I mean, if I can get the Fire Stick plug, you feel me?
Yeah, you've been knowing him, you know what I'm saying? He right here on your panel, so off top.
My bro just been, you feel me? He been, not trying to give me the hookup.
Man, please, man. I've been known for the jailbreaking Fire Stick since day one, man. I advocate for that, bro. I'm pro Fire Stick, man. I tell all my partners, bro.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Bro,
whatever it is.
Bro ain't been trying to give me the hookup. It's good.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Greg, man. You said you're the Fire Stick plug, right?
Yeah. All day.
Right.
Hey, that's a good movie too, man. That's one of my favorites, bro.
Don't sleep on that,
man,
bro. Austin Powers, bro.
Wasn't there. That shit was my shit, bro.
Hey, bro, I damn near want to play a clip, bro. Hey, it was just some random scenes, bro. Remember? I think it was on the first one, bro. Like
I never remember all the scenes,
bro. They had random stuff that was funny for like lightweight, no reason. Like bro, when he got out of when he first was frozen, right? He got out of the cryogenic chamber, and bro had to take a leak, and bro was there for he was doing a little thing with the he was like. Bro was over there just doing all this random stuff. He got stuck in the hallway trying to back out like a truck. It was just a simple U-turn. They just had these random things. The characters was funny. They had the fat bastard.
Oh man, bro.
They had who else? The mini me. That movie was classic, bro.
Oh man, it's him, bro. And what's crazy is when I went to when I drove to San Diego, I see the two tits, bro, because it's the fucking
oh wow,
it's a what's that shit called? It's a nuclear thing, bro. So when you drive to San Diego and you're on the coast, bro, you see it, bro. I was like, oh shit, that's from Austin Powers, man, off the water. And it looks like two boobs, bro. It's just too big. I was like, this is crazy. I was like, hell yeah. That movie was dope.
Yeah, no, I love that one, bro. And I gotta give credit to Eddie Murphy, because he was one of the originators of starting playing multiple roles. But Mike Myers, bro, because he was playing he's Austin Powers, he's a fat bastard. I think he had a couple other characters in there as well. You know what I mean?
He's definitely a dope ass fucking actor.
Oh, he was Dr. Evil. That's all I'm saying. So and then remember he had those Asian chicks. Their name was Fook Me and Fook You.
That's when the Daddy Wasn't There song came out and shit, man. He was in the room and shit, tripping. Hell yeah.
And then
bro,
you know that
really put on fucking Electric Boogaloo. See, Tubi's off the hook, bro. Look, fucking I was watching Crush Groove went off, dog, and Break Into Electric Boogaloo just came on right now, bro. Tubi off the hook, man. Hell yeah. I seen that boombox, and you know what I'm saying, and them doing them hands and shit right now. I was like, is this fucking Break Into? Great fucking soundtrack too, but go ahead. My bad.
No, and this is another one of like these random ones and fair use. Hey, YouTube, I'm gonna trim this out after the stream.
But all I'm saying, they're gonna get a. I'm just. Knock. Who's there? Look, let me tell you a little story about a man named. Even before you start, that was a preemptive shh. Just know I have a whole bag of shh with your name on it. It's no hassle.
Sometimes you gotta shh.
He wasn't trying to hear it, bro.
You said Austin Powers and Dr. Evil were twins. Yeah.
Brothers, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you says since he was Austin, he was unfrozen in 97, his memory and was thinking was still back in the late 60s, so he wasn't fitting. Yeah, so he was in the 60s. That's why he always wanted to smash stuff. You feel me? That's why he was always trying to shag something. You feel me? He like, hey, you feel me? We was getting busy in the 60s. You feel me? I'm still trying to get it in. But yeah, Big Rig, did you have any other topics that you want to touch on? Or did you want to further add anything to what we were already discussing?
I just think that just the message, man, is basically a lot of these cats out here, man, they perpetrate a fraud. It's very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And it can be dangerous just for the simple fact that they feel a certain way, like they, what do they call it? A top rank, you know what I'm saying? Hit us something. And then, they get in a situation and be scared and say they do whip out or whatever. Now you got people that get, hit that ain't supposed to get hit because they're cowards. That's what it all is, bro. A lot of these cats are just cowards, man. And they just try to live up to a certain name. You know what I'm saying? And it just really sucks, man. It does. So I'm glad you kind of brought this up, you know what I'm saying? And did a stream on it because it's true, man. A lot of people kind of do be believing, these rappers and think that they really are, gangsters and hold some type of weight. Or, Rick Ross came out, everybody thought he was the biggest drug dealer in the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? He took another man's name. And the way
wasn't really about that life, and that's
he
why
was
he
a
had
CEO,
to change
bro.
his name,
he ended up having
right?
things, he's a CEO and all kind of nothing
He
wrong
was
with that, bro.
cuffing
CEOs
the
make
ones
good
that
money,
was
bro.
really, yeah, they make
great money, bro. I knew some really dope ass CEOs, man. I ain't gonna lie.
You're gonna make at least 100 bands for being
easily,
a CEO
bro.
out here.
Look, let me tell you something, bro. When I pulled up, and this was a eye and game changer to me, bro. When I pulled up doing my first little whoop-de-wop, bro, and we entered the facility, bro, and I seen all the new cars. I seen big ass fucking RVs. So these CEOs, bro, they probably coming, miles away, bro, to work. So they'll go ahead. They done got RVs. They stay in their RV because the overtime is crazy. You know what I'm saying? CEOs get overtime up the yin yang, bro. But when I just seen all the new cars, the Harleys and the RVs out in the parking lot as we was pulling up, bro, I was like, I see it, bro. Like these cats is just really up in here living, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't really doing nothing, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, ain't doing shit but eating lunch, pressing buttons.
At all.
You know what I'm saying?
Watching occasionally videos, having relationships with the people.
Oh, that's
occasionally,
a fact, bro.
Right? You know what I mean? Working to smuggle stuff in and out of there, and
make more paper. How you think them phones get in there?
And it's an entire system. In order to keep that system thriving, they need bodies in there. And they've already chosen what demographic of bodies that are going to be in there. It's going to be people that look like you. It's going to be people that look like your son. So if you're not guiding and steering your son, your daughters, your kids the proper way, then they would love to because they need to keep the money flowing, right? Yep. If your daughter is in there, you're going to put some money on her books and JPay and commissary and all this stuff. It's a big business, bro. Then on top of that, people, there's many private prisons where you can invest stocks in order for your stock, right? In order for your stock in the prison to thrive, you need bodies in there.
You know who invested into that, bro?
Go ahead.
Bob Barker.
I'm not even surprised. And he hated black people. There was a whole documentary.
When you get packages and all that type of stuff back in the days, I don't know what it's like now. He was a big part of that, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
I'm not surprised.
Bro. Yeah, man. It's a business, man.
I mean, I didn't know that particular fact, but I'm not surprised because I knew that he hated black people. There was a documentary where even though he would kind of smile in their face, but like
he's like the Price Right dude, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But then there were instances on the show where like he would have
hell yeah.
Yeah, right. So let's say he would have a white bingo. But the other white people, they could touch him. And then the black woman who was so happy, she tried to hug him.
I hate that fucking clip, bro. For real, for real.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't even like watching it. It triggers me. I ain't even gonna bullshit you.
But there's no clip of him doing that to anyone else. So
and that lady was really filled with joy and happy and had so much love for him because she won, and he was just disrespectful, bro. He didn't give two shits. Probably didn't want her to have it at all, bro. You know what I'm saying?
At all. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this was everything to that woman. That shit was crazy, bro.
And, you know, that's really, and this is why I want to really touch on the nobodies with nobodies. Many of these cats are nobodies and they don't have nobodies. So when you're over here trying to paint them and talking about the black community and culture and crime and all this stuff, most of these cats are peons, bro. They're not no factors in any type of way. The majority of the community is not doing crime. The majority of the community is not co-signing crime. If there's some crusty, musty, dusty nigga in Oakland, Chicago, pick a city. And I don't know these cats. You, Big Rig, you at home taking care of your son, right? Yep. And somebody does a drive-by in San Jose, but you from San Jose, so now you got to hold them accountable? How? Bro, I'm miles away taking care of my son.
Not, bro. But some people do still have that mentality, bro. That's what's crazy.
But Big Rig, you don't have the authority to hold, bro. Big Rig,
don't. You don't.
Bro, let's keep it a bug, bro. If I was on the street slanging whatever, pimping whoever, nigga, you're not the law enforcement. You can feel however you want, but you don't have no authority to check me. And if you do want to check me, that's something you got to get in blood. The people that do have the authority are the people that wear the badges, the boys in blue. They can cuff you and send you with the DA and prosecutors and all the stuff. That's who has the authority to hold you accountable. Even if I'm looking in the goodness of my heart and I'm saying, look at this dude on the corner selling dope, I want to hold them accountable. You don't have the authority. Now you can turn over this information to the authorities in hope of them holding them accountable, but you don't have the authority. You looking at somebody committing a crime and then you hopping on a podcast and saying, I saw him commit a crime and this is what's wrong with black people. That's not accountability, because nothing you did led to the arrest of this person. This person was arrested because the cops seen him on camera. Right? They were the authoritative figure. So this person's already been held accountable. So if someone's being held accountable, they go to jail and get more time disproportionately than their white counterparts. Unfortunately, that's the harsh reality of accountability. What more do you want me to do? Nigga been locked up and got 30 years. No, hold him accountable. He's held accountable. He's locked up. He's not getting out for 30 years. No, that's the problem with the community. We got to hold him accountable. How much more accountability could I give? The dude is doing 30 years. It just doesn't even make any sense. So People are pretending if they hop on a podcast and yell, see, we got to do better. We got to do better. How are you doing better by making a podcast? You're making a podcast whining about a nigga that got locked up. Just saying.
Adam said last commit or last comment, more crime. I don't know. I can't.
I don't know.
I can't make up the missing word or something that may be in there, but last commit, more crime. That's why there's more of them.
And since I can't figure out, and you came in here babbling incoherently, maybe shit. You mean well. Had to sit you in the corner, bro. So snap. Just saying, bro.
Oh man, the spelling wasn't right. I couldn't comprehend. I mean, I ain't mad at you, bro. God no.
No, it's like, come on, bro. Just come in. Like I said, don't come in babbling incoherently, because a lot of times they do that when it's real topics. You feel me? And I don't mind you challenging the point. You feel me? Giving a contrarian view, but once you just come in, kind of, with the goofiness, yeah, this ain't the stream that I got time to play. Oh yeah, a lot of vagina and Ivana hump a lot. That was some of the people naming Austin Powers too. After the Fook me and the Fook you, Ivana hump a lot.
That's crazy.
You said real talk. Everybody that destroyed their community is working for the government system. Yeah, I mean COINTELPRO and COINTELBRO, and this is why I always talk about any person that's working to destroy their community. That's a form of raccoonery. That's a form of being a Sambo. Now,
where did they come from working for the government though, bro? Because they were suckers, bro. They got themselves in a situation. They was trying to act like they was gangster or hustlers or whatever, got themselves in a situation, and now they trying to get out of it, bro. That's why they ended up working for the government in the first place, man. Cats just ain't working for the government just to be working for the government. Hell no, they done got popped, put in a twist, and they trying to save their life, bro.
Al Sharpton is one of them. He was a informant. Al Sharpton was trying to rat on Assata Shakur. He was a rat. He got caught up with the mob. The mob was trying to get bro up out of here. Like a lot of cats don't know. I don't know if Roger Meadows has heard about it. Oh, you know about it? Okay, yeah, bro. The mob was finna get him up out of here. Then he clicked up, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll protect you, but as long as he ratted on some mobsters, and then he was like trying to rat on us too. And now they prop him up as if he's some leader, but all he is just a bobblehead bozo. So I don't really rock with Sharpton like that. But yeah, And then we also have to stop with this whole narrative that people are allowed themselves to fall into, the whole 1350, when they essentially are saying that, well, 13% of the population commits 50% of the crimes and all this other stuff. And it's just mathematically impossible, bro. So we're going to just break this down just a little bit, bro, because when they say the 13%, they're talking about the entire population, bro. And even Tasha K and other people, she brought up an argument. What about Chicago and all this other type of stuff? It's like, bro, are we still doing this? So I've looked it up. Right now, Chicago has about 215 murders this year, or unalivings, let me call them. They have 215 murkings this year. Right? We know they weren't all black people, but since people blame us for everything, let's give the credit to all of them to black people. I looked it up. There's approximately anywhere from 360K to a little bit more black males in Chicago. If you divide 200 by 360K, you won't even get 1%. It's 0.000, is 0.00000, like 11%, something like that. Not 11%, not 1%, 0.0000, 11%. And this is, mind you, if you give all of the unalivings and credit them to black people. So they make it seem like Chicago is a war zone, but literally not even 1% of the black population. But when they say 13%, there's a presumption that the entire community is just going around slaughtering people. But again, that's humanly impossible and mathematically impossible. So why should we focus on the 0.00 plus percent of people that are committing crimes versus the 99% that are not committing crimes? So then that's where it starts framing into, well, that's black culture and hold them accountable. It's like, bruh, y'all keep talking about all these stats of them being locked up. That's accountability. What more accountability do you like? Because right now, if someone is doing 30 years, what I'm supposed to do a podcast for 30 years and hold them accountable? Yeah, you know what you did was wrong. What you did was wrong. It's like, bruh, huh? How was that accountability, bruh? Big Rig, when you were sitting down, I mean, was there any podcaster that you heard or anyone on the street that held you accountable that you listened to?
No.
I don't just know where that is, bro. Where that happens. People could say whatever they want, but that doesn't translate to accountability. Sometimes it's just, you feel me, in one ear out the other. So then again, how was it accountability? Yeah, I told Big Rig about himself, and then his life didn't change. So how did you hold him accountable? Yeah, I told B-Eazy to do this. Yeah, but I didn't do it. So how did you hold me accountable?
Only the person themselves can hold themselves accountable, bro. Even when people come up here and be like, hey, you know, we need to hold them accountable. What are you talking about, bro? How are you going to hold anybody accountable? Who are you to think you can hold or even make somebody accountable for what they're doing? They gotta come to that realization themselves, bro. Period.
And realistically, you don't have the authority, and then also you don't have the rapport too, because like I'm all for correction, right? But like, and shout out to Marquette Devon, like he was saying, like, and I'm just paraphrasing, but he was talking about like, bro, when you're trying to correct somebody, bro, you don't lead with the correction, right? Like, let's just say, Big Rig, you knew somebody that was being a piece of crap father. You don't lead in with that, like, bro, you a deadbeat daddy. You feel me? And then it's like, nigga, I don't know you. Like, maybe this person is a deadbeat, but it's a stranger just coming at them. You a deadbeat daddy and you don't take care of this and this and that. It's gonna come off as an attack. But the message that you want to get across is that this person, you know, you want to see this person being a better father and living up to the values of a father, right? But then you got to lead in a different way, not attacking this person. Maybe this person is a deadbeat, but rather than come in and say, you a deadbeat and you failed your son, how about you come in and say, hey, look, man, I know it's hard being a father. What is there that I can do to help you, you know, uplift?
Now that's a different approach, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Still,
like,
I'm trying to get the same result though.
Right.
But if I come in calling you a deadbeat, which this person may be,
that ain't gonna work.
It's not gonna work, bro. And that's why people, they always trying to say accountability, but they come in yelling at the community. Absolutely. Y'all need to do this. It's like, bro, no one knows you. You have no track record of doing anything good. And then you come in and yelling and finger wagging. So now I can say, hey, what could I do to make sure, you know, that you have everything that you need as a father to succeed? And then once you tell me that list, then I can be like, hey, look, bro, you know, I'm gonna help you do this, but you know, man to man, I gotta let you know some of the stuff that you did with your son, you know what I mean? It may not be the best thing. That, you know what I mean? You frame it in a certain way. Absolutely. Now you can do whatever you want as a grown man, but history has shown, statistics have shown, right? In my experience and my expertise, this will be better. You've been doing this way. How about you try it for this way? And then, like I said, hey, you know, you're giving them an option. You're not telling them what to do or saying like, this is just my suggestion. You don't have to take anything from it, but I'm coming from a place of love. And you say this all in one package is how you frame it, right? But you're still addressing that this person may be a deadbeat without calling them a deadbeat. There are a deadbeat, but I'm saying, hey, rather than just calling them a deadbeat, I'm gonna recognize that they're a deadbeat and say, hey, look, I know you haven't always been able to make your son's games and stuff like that, but if you ever need some extra rides or something, you know what I mean? I'm just throwing out scenarios like that, right? But these are the approaches that you would take. You're building a rapport before you try to throw in some criticism. Because if you're just leaning in like, Big Rig, why you ain't do this and why you ain't do that? Listen to me critique you as a parent. Listen to me critique you, as a man. And I'm just supposed to swallow that and not, you know what I mean? Yes, I'll take advice. It's like, nigga, I don't know you and you don't know me like that to just be giving me advice. It's like you got to warm up to people like that, bruh. And that's what people don't understand when they be wagging their fingers and talking about accountability, when they have no track record of like truly doing anything good for you individually or for the community collectively. So some people look as like, bro, you're not even really qualified to be giving out advice like this.
What's wild is, bro, and this is a true story, man. This happened like last week, man. I had a hair appointment. And when I went in, you know what I'm saying, I came in through the door, you know what I'm saying. Little youngster was in the chair. He was getting his hair twisted up. And he was just looking at me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think I did have on I think I might have had a blue shirt on or something. But when I came up in there, he just hella looking at me though, right? You know what I'm saying? And he kind of was looking at my arms and everything because I'm hit, you know what I'm saying? But I don't got no gang shit or nothing like that, but I'm just hit. You feel me? And he just kept looking at me. So when I looked at him, I was like, what's up with it, man? He was like, what's going on? You know what I mean? And I sat down and waited, right? So as I was chilling, bro, usually when I be in a spot, I don't really be trying to just, do too much. You know what I'm saying? I'll go ahead and survey everything, you know what I'm saying? And I sit in a nice little position. But, other than that, I'm just kind of cool, bro. I just kind of keep my focus kind of straight away or whatnot. I ain't trying to be, looking at nobody or be, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really into a lot of too much conversation, really too much, right? So I happen to look at the youngster, right? Because, he was just sitting there, you know what I'm saying? So I looked to the right to where the front door was. And the first thing I seen, bro, is this cat had on blue chucks and blue shoelaces. And I just put my head down, bro. And I said, hey, what's up with it, young bro? And he looked at me. And it's like he didn't even want to say what's up. He's like, yeah, what's going on? I was like, you crippin', man? He was like, yeah. I said, all right. And I just left it alone, right? And you know what I'm saying, as I was getting my hair done or whatnot, he getting his hair done, you know what I'm saying? My shit, he had a lot of shit going on me, you know what I'm saying? I don't got too much. So I was kind of like up out of there before he was done. So as I was making my way to the door, you know what I mean? I stopped and I looked at him and I stuck my hand out and I gave him dap, right? And I said, hey, check this out, man. You just be safe, bro. I said, you know what come with that, right? He was like, yeah. I said, for real though, you know what come with that, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, man, you just be safe out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? You have a great day, though. He's like, all right, man, I appreciate it. But that was it. I wasn't trying to get on him, drill him, but I know he felt what I was saying because I was looking at him dead in his face. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big nigga, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? He probably was not expecting me to stop, you know what I'm saying? And even say a few words to him, you know what I'm talking about? But it's like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I felt like, shit. I'm going to go ahead and just give this little youngster a couple little words, bro. I ain't going to try to drill him and tell him, hey, don't whoopty whoop, but I'm going to just let him know, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I acknowledged it, bro. Like, I see you, bro. If you over here with some chucks on, blue laces, nigga, you an eyesore. You know what I'm saying? So I just let it be known, bro. Hey, just, what come with that pimping. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to say nothing else. And he's like, no, I know. I was like, all right, bro. And did it moving. But it was just wild, though. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't going to try to drill him and be like, hey, bro, you shouldn't do this, whatnot. People got to come to their own realization with that, bro. But you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have felt right if I just didn't say anything. I let him kind of like what old boy did in the movie, right? These cats throwing up these gang signs and shit. You know what I'm saying? He jumped up on the bus, like, you know what I'm saying? And let him know, bro. And I let him know, like, bro, like, I see you, bro. Like, I come from this type of era, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you think things are sweet, but just in your shoes, you over here, you know what I'm saying? You putting something out there, bro, and just know what come with it.
Yeah, because sometimes they'll do that and think like, oh, man, bro is older than me. It's like, man, you know, maybe you did this at once, but that was a long time and your time has passed. But it's like, age is a privilege denied to most.
That's
bro.
a fact.
So whatever you think about, whatever you think about doing, I've already done it multiple times. I've done it several times over. You're still trying to figure things out that I've already done.
Absolutely.
You're still trying to figure things out that I've already mastered. Doesn't mean that I'm a master at everything, but I'm a master of many things, right? Yep. And sometimes it's people that are masters of nothing, nobodies, aspiring to be somebody, nobodies with nobodies, bro. So it's like you can't really talk to someone. I survived around people with bodies that have bodies. I'm not going to incriminate myself about whatever I've done in terms of nefarious activities, but I will vaguely say that I've been around the illest, you feel me, the coldest, the dopest cats. You feel me? Whether it's, you feel me, the PI-ism, whether it's gang banging, you feel me? I know some big C's, you feel me? I know, you feel me? I know some, you know, rules and all this stuff like that. That ain't my get down. You feel me? I'm affiliated and associated, but I'm not initiated because I do my own thing. You feel me? If there's going to be an initiation, it's going to be into my brotherhood, but there's no colors or anything like that. The only colors we bang for is black. You feel me? And of course, you know, the red, white, and blue, because that's our country. And then, of course, the green and the blue strips. Those are the only colors we care about, but it doesn't transcend the brotherhood, right? I'm never going to put, you know, a stack of bands over my brother, right? I'm never going to put a broad or a biddy over my brother, right? So it's deeper than that, but these other organizations, it's not like that. You can look at whether it's Mexican Mafia, Latin Kings, La M.A., Bloods, Crips. Talk to those former gang members. They all say the same thing. Oh, when I was down, the gang didn't hold me down. They smashed on their baby mama, smashed on their daughter, didn't look out for them, right? And then on top of that, even if you say, look, I put in 20 years in the gang, they say blood in, blood out. So now what? I gotta have some violent altercation. Just, it's like, bro, how much more of me do you want, right? So many times people joining these gangs is from a insecure position, from a place of desperation. You know, sometimes, you know, people are rather pathetic to join gangs, right? Because I'm like, my whole life I've been like the same. So the way I've been talking, I've always been talking like this, right? I'm not the biggest, baddest dude, but I've still been talking like this everywhere I go. I've still been sliding in all these neighborhoods, the most notorious neighborhoods. And just like Big Rick said earlier, yeah, I have, you know, icy, flashy chains. I'm not finna wear that everywhere. Look, if oh,
you're not tougher than leather, huh? You ain't the big kahuna around the block, huh? You don't just keep your shit. That was the whole thing back in the days, man. We don't tuck our chains. We don't. Okay, bro, that's cool. Okay. But when we hear about you getting your shit snatched and now you trying to pay somebody to get your shit back, or you done lost your life, you know what I'm saying? We done seen a lot of that.
Or you got to drop let's forget the pay, or you going to have to drop a body. When
over a chain.
When all you had to do was just tuck it, right? And then
hey, if we said that back in the days, they would have been like, y'all some suckers.
Y'all some bruh.
And that's cool. I would have ate it. Bro. Like, whatever, bro. Y'all, hey, do you. Like, I don't, those type of words and shit, that don't mean nothing, bro. Because I look at the bigger picture, bro. For real, that's fine, bro. Call me all you want, bro. You ain't gonna test this chin, but go ahead.
Remember, Redman said, "I'll be that." My first name must be He Ain't Shit, because every time I see it, be like, He ain't shit. I'll be that. You feel
That's
me?
a banger too.
So that was a banger. So salute to Redman. That's all I'm saying, bro. To all the casters over here,
100 watts.
Salute to 100 watts. I appreciate you, bro. You know, I'm about to, you know, get ready to shut it down soon because we ain't gonna be here too much longer. But I think that this was a fruitful string because we already banged out a quick 2 hours, bro.
Man. Hell yeah, that's cool.
But And you said who perpetrating, honey? Watch, you know who's perpetrating. There's a lot of cats perpetrating. I know you and the DH Dub is cats out there perping. It's cats out here in Cali. Many people are perpetrating something that they're not. And it's okay to be a nerd. I have to do a nerd stream. Salute to the nerds, specifically the blurs, the black nerds, the dorks, and the dweebs, because y'all are the future. It's a lot of these cats that's doing all this gang banging, goofy stuff. Those are the true nincompoops, nitwits, and nimrods. A lot of you cats, you're not hard. Really, what is hard? Me standing on business by myself, going into the most notorious hoods by myself, not acting hard. I'm just acting like the earth is my turf. I slide through there, no problems, bruh. Cause I blend right in. Cats is like, bruh, he must be over here because nobody else in their right mind would slide to this hood. Yeah, I'm not coming over there set tripping. You went over there trying to look all dope with your chain and all this stuff, and then you got jacked, and now you got to run back and get some get back. So you thought I was a sucker because I walked through peacefully, right? I wasn't cowering. I didn't piss my pants. I walked through there with my head high and my chest out. The thing is, I just didn't have my chain out. I had my chest out, not my chain out. You had your chest out, but you should have got your vest out because
Lost you on audio, pimp. But yeah, what he's saying is right though. Shit. I ain't got no problem, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you always gotta read the room, y'all. You gotta know where you at, keep your head on swivel and everything, man. You got to. If you think that everything is sweet and you top dog, there's things that come with that, y'all. I'm a firm believer in that, man. I wouldn't look at nobody as any type of way if they move, you know what I'm saying, correctly. You know what I'm saying? And just because what these rappers or these gangsters or whatever say in music or in movies, or don't believe that shit, y'all. Because 9 times out of 10, man, if these cats was really catching the bodies and everything like they say, you wouldn't see them, y'all. They'd be locked up, y'all. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? That's all facts. So, don't ever get it twisted, man. That's why I think the stream is so good. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Could you hear me, Big Rick?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, I don't think he could hear me. I hear you, but can you hear me?
Hey, could you hear me? Because I can't hear you, bruh.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Because I mean, Honey Wad said he could hear me, but for some reason I can't hear Big Rig. Okay, salute to Big Rig. Okay, yeah, Big Rig dropped down. I don't know if bro is gonna come back in. But Honey Wad said it's nothing more fun than finding a faker. Well, it could be fun, but it could also be infuriating as well, especially when you think that somebody is really about that life or, really about that solidarity or standing on business, principle, morality. And then it comes to find out that this person is just a fake phony, fake it in a $4 bill. You know what I mean? Can be rather disappointing. And Big Rig says StreamYard be playing. Well, I guess that was a cue, right? Because I think, bro, my router be playing. I'm over here looking and I got full bars, but for some reason my StreamYard is just loading and loading and loading. So I had to hop on my phone. So I'm glad that y'all can hear me, but I guess that was my cue to shut it down. Yeah, so let me see. I was gonna try to get back on it, but like I I think it's StreamYard tweaking because my Wi-Fi says that it's good. I'm at like full bars. So, it is what it is. So I'll just interact with the chat and then I will be up out of here and shut it down. We already got like a smooth 2 hours in. I do appreciate all of y'all that's watched this live concurrently and that will be watching this on the replay. But essentially what we were talking about is that not everyone is about that life and not everyone needs to be about that life. It's okay to be a nerd. It's okay to be a dork, an educated lame, a sophisticated person that's not engaged in any type of street proclivities or nefarious activities. That's okay. I promote that as a person that does have a street background, who's been a product of my environment and upbringing. I speak about these things as an experienced person. Salute to my bro Big Rig because he's from the soil as well. So we're giving our perspective, giving an objective assessment and analysis based on what we've personally experienced, witnessed, endured, etc., right? So yes, if we got any nerds in the chat, any nerds that following me, I tip my hat to you. I commend you. You guys are the future. However, the nerds do got to step their swag up, right? You got to step your mouthpiece up. You got to step your swag, your fashion, your aura, your fitness level. Step all that stuff up because, a nerd, they can do the quantum physics stuff. They can do the techie stuff. But sometimes a lot of these cats, they can't even bench press 130 pounds, right? It's a lot of these dudes that can't do 20 push-ups, right? So yeah, you're great in the boardroom and you're great, building computers and stuff. But, I would like for the nerds to be better at building businesses that enrich the community rather than just, individual accolades and accomplishments because people love to talk about the Pookies and the Ray Rays. Well, no one is looking for Pookie to build. Unfortunately, the Pookie Ray Rays and the Tyrones and Man-Mans, those people have destroyed the community. Those people are being locked up and held accountable. And then when they get out from being locked up, what are you expecting them to build? So these educated people, the Bible thumpers, the dorks and dweebs, y'all got to step it up. Right? Don't just run and say, oh my God, the community is so bad. So I ran somewhere else, right? And complaining about a community that I don't even live in. Why didn't you build a community that you can make safe? I mean, you're educated, right? You have the finances or at least the acumen and knowledge to pull the resources and devise a strategy to get it done. Right. So I don't want to hear any excuses. If there's no excuses from the Pookies and the thugs, see, they have these people that are uneducated. And then when they say, hey, these people are felon because they're uneducated, maybe they grew up in a tumultuous home that may possibly had a single parent. Unfortunately, people expect them to fail. But these other people, well, you grew up with a silver spoon or you grew up with quote unquote conservative values. So no one is expecting you to fail. So I don't want to hear your excuses as to why you haven't built. And if you're going to, demonize and ostracize people in the community based on, this nebulous, accusations of degenerate Black culture, then what have you done to replace it, right? See, if there's an issue and you don't also present a solution while complaining about the problem, that's called whining. I don't want to hear some grown dude whine like a little teenage girl who just got her first period when she was at church. I don't want to hear that. There's nothing masculine about that. There's nothing hard about that. And if you're trying to get women that are, going to submit to you, well, they don't want to hear a bunch of whiny whack jobs. You feel me? So let me see what the chat is chatting about, and then I will shut her down. You said, I'm lame as hell. I'm lame. I'm a nerd. But I'm not a smart one, though. I'm stupid. Well, I wouldn't say that you're stupid. I mean, I think everyone is smart at something. And You know, we need people for various things, right? You may be dumb, and I'm just using that word loosely when it comes to chemistry or calculus, but then you may be smart when it comes to, you know, building computers or to do physical labor and stuff like that, right? And following directions. There's Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. So I don't think that you're stupid. I don't hang around stupid people or associate with stupid people. So, uh, and you said also the lames and nerds were never wanted either because they act too white. They've been gone or never been part of the FBA culture to begin with. Well, I wouldn't say that they act too white, but I will say many of them act too nerdy. And this is what I'm saying. You know, there needs to be a reinvigoration, a revitalization, and a renaissance of what it means to be a nerd, a dweeb, a geek. You know what I mean? It needs to be a whole reclamation project where people are proud to be geeky. But just being geeky doesn't mean you need to be gooky. Goofy. There's a lot of game goofy geeks, but it's like, bro, you're geeky, so you have the smarts, you have the acumen. You just gotta package that so it's that it's a complete package. See, what happens with some of these Pookies and Ray Rays, they have a package where they're, you feel me, slanging their meat, and you know they got the cultural charisma and swag. They may not have the brains. Many of those fools can't read past the third grade level, right? But they have other things to make up for their deficiencies. So many times the geeks are like, I'm smart and I got a 4.0 and I took these college AP courses. Yeah, but you have no mouthpiece, right? You know what I mean? You're not charismatic. You're not romantic. You're not attractive physically. You know what I mean? You don't dress in a fashionably alluring manner. So you're just resting on the fact that you got a 4.0 and you get straight A's. It's like, yeah, you know, so again, I'll do a whole stream about that. How, you know, there needs to be a renaissance and a reclamation and a revitalization of what it means to be a geek. So shout out to all the geeks and nerds out there. Now, I think this has been a fruitful stream. I appreciate all of y'all. It won't cost you a fee. The likes are free. So hit the like button for your boy. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Leave some comments. If you want to make a contribution, you can hit me on Cash App, $Easy Stack. I believe you can leave a super chat, a super sticker. You know what I mean? Or you can just, like I said, hit the like button. It's all free. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this thing down. I appreciate y'all. I may come back and hit y'all with one tomorrow. If not, probably on Friday. All depends on how well received this video is. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world. Y'all chose to be here with me, at least momentarily. And for that, I thank you. So that's all, folks. I'm out of here.